Batteries not too far away, about a minute away. All plays in their positions. A massive game. Sun shining. And, of course, Albury awaiting the winner as well. They'll be sitting back watching, listening to this, hoping they belt the absolute crap out of each other, these two. Wangaratta Magpies up against the Wodonga Bulldogs, coming off a big win last week against the Wangaratta Rovers. Here's Robbie McKinlay back on O&M Live for A-grade oils and batteries.
Yeah, thanks, Pan. Umpire Brenton Poole starts proceedings. Noel's got the first tap. Dan Sharrock gets first possession, kicks the ball inside forward 50. McVeigh went at a half volley. O'Sullivan was excellent. Sweeping handball off half back. Baker with a heap of room. Dishes off a handball to Cade Brown. Broadcast side, centre wing. A low chiselling kick in towards half forward. Gets inside forward 50. Grossman gets his hand on the ball for the first time. And a second time. Might have got a push. He stayed over the footy. Gee, it's hard and rugged in there. Brown was involved. Dane Porter under siege. Through traffic. Brilliant. Got it onto Saunders. Kicks it to centre wing. And takes centre wing. We've gone about 40 seconds. No score. Brilliant conditions here at Button Park.
And, of course, we're right on top of the ground here as well. You can hear through our effects, Mike. Liam McVeigh marking on centre wing. Wants to play on straight away and get on that left foot. Good kick into the pocket. Overrunning that one, I think, was Harding. He did well. Onto the boot of Charlie Morrison. Cade Brown caught too deep here. Makes a contest. Flicks it on the Dan's man, Josh Mathy. Got a hand pass away to Driscoll. The Dogs retreating here. They're at half back. They look to switch the footy. Baker calmly spots up Mitch Deneen in his own defensive 50 for the Dogs. We've gone a minute and a bit on the A.T. Jones time clock. No score, Button Park.
I was just about to say, Panda, they've used the ball well, but that was a poor kick from Baker. His target was Brown, intercepted by Sharrock. Got it to McVeigh. Mayfield gathers up the loose ball. Chance here for Matty Wilson. Handball at the back to Greenhill. As Panda said before, they retreat again back to Deneen. They go all the way back to the gold square. And it's Daniel Wortman who'll defend off back flank. Kicks pretty good. It's to the advantage of Charlie Morrison. Far side of the ground now. Beautiful ball. And he finds young Ainsworth there. Half back, centre wing, left foot kicks okay too, Panda.
It is indeed. He kicks it into space, and there's a contest out there between Gotchling and Noah Bradshaw. Here's Jorgensen swooping on the football. And Monty, has he been paid a free kick downfield here?
I think he's going to bring it back to actually where he was, boys, just as he kicked, not after the kick. So he's going to come back to centre wing there.
Quickly, some matchups as well, boundary side for the Newie.
Yeah, that one we spoke about, obviously. Charlie Morrison's got the massive job on Cal Moore down at fullback, so that's a big one for the Wodonga, and they need to win that one if they're a chance of winning.
Jorgensen's kick has been intercepted here by Paddy Warner for the Wang Magpies. Kicks to half forward. Cal Moore grabs it on the half volley, and Morrison grabs him. Holding the ball, and we can hear Jordan Taylor, the coach of the Dogs, down on the ground. He was happy with that one from his captain in Charlie Morrison. His kick's been marked out there by young Ainsworth. Centre wing, still no score, Button Park in the first semi.
Yeah, good start, hasn't he? Chip short. So the Doggies are away nicely here. Mimo's got it. Still outside forward 50. Oh, indecision. Wasn't really called a smother.
Keep going off the ball
he
too,
played
boys.
on. What's happening to your spot in there, Mont?
Yeah, Cam Barrett and Josh Matthew just decided to go jump punch for jump punch off the ball. So, yeah, there'll be an interesting one. Two balls going at it.
Ludi Saunders kicks it to club room side, centre wing. Mark taken by Dane Porter. Dane Porter, the veteran, chips in board. Dangerous kick, good grab. Chris Knowles. No score if you've just joined us. Knowles drives the ball long. 55 out from goal. McVeigh brought the ball to the ground. Deneen swooped on it, and so did McVeigh on Deneen. A good tackle. And the ball slightly forward for Wangaratta. 0-0. We've gone 3.5 minutes. And that's on the A.T. Jones time clock.
Not one player. Well, now Wilding goes back inside 50 for the Dogs. So all players pushed up to the Logan Road end of Button Park here. Ainsworth, he started well, flicks it out, and the Baker flicks it on here to Mathy. He just dropped the ball and it allowed Hewitt to go after him. Here's Deneen off a step. His kick was a bit of a low one, and here come the Magpies again. Grossman pumps it inside forward 50. More strength. Takes the mark in front of Morrison. Too strong, big Cal Moore, and he's going to line up for the first goal, 30 metres out directly in front.
We're going to see that a lot today from the Wangaratta Magpies. Get in long and deep to a one-on-one because it's a massive task for Charlie Morrison, and he's got caught in front, and he was able to hold the ground too easily at Cal Moore and took an easy chest mark and should go back from 20 out straight in front and put this one through for the first for the day.
He should do, but we sort of reckon Cal Moore's probably better from 45, 50 metres out.
Or snap it from the boundary.
Exactly right. He's a superstar. Or is he? So Cal Moore, 30 metres out directly in front, has missed. So that's a...
done it, Robbie.
He has. So not great there from Cal Moore. Brute strength, though. So the Magpies' first score on our Steel Line scoreboard. Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Yeah, decent start from Wang Magpies, 3 inside 50s early days. Dane Porter up to 2 disposals. Dan Sharrett, Calmore and Grossman getting their hands on the footy. Wodonga need to gain some territory. Josh Mathy, 4 touches, and Angus Baker, 4 touches on the 40-wink stat sheet.
Dan Wortman brings the ball back in and he finds Jack O'Sullivan. He kicks towards centre wing. Grossman missed one on the first bounce. Chance here through traffic. Working hard is now off. Was Carlton Norton off half back, but Dan Wortman's read it beautifully. They take the ball to half forward. There's a chance here for young Jet Cassidy. If he goes long to Spiteri, he does that. Kick's got depth. Spitteri's got the footy now. Can it sit for him? No, it won't. Rush through, minor score. Good defensive work there from the Pies. We've got the second score. It's 1-1 here. We're on 5.5 minutes, and this is for A-grade oils and batteries.
Young Cassidy there, Monty, probably just had to go a bit quicker at half forward, didn't he?
He did, but he saw Ryan Batten was coming hard with another man, so had to make sure he didn't wheel too early because he would have got run down from behind. But how good was the effort from Tyler Norton to get back and spoil that ball to Spiteri there is really good, and that defensive work's going to be massive.
Oh, that was a horrible kick there from Michael Bordington out of defence from the Magpies. You hardly ever say that. He's usually so safe. And Matt Wilson has marked the ball here for Wodonga. 46 metres out on a 45-degree angle, and he is one man who has certainly got the distance to the club room's end.
Absolutely he does, and these are the chances we're going to need to take today if they're going to be any chance to stay in the game for a long period.
So for the first goal today, Matt Wilson, he's a superstar, the boy from Finley, snuck it in. The Dogs strike the first blow in the first semi. 1-1-7. The Magpies one behind on the Steel Line scoreboard. Dan Vaccaro, just what the Dogs would have wanted.
Yeah, perfect. Look, hasn't been their moment in the first opening 5 minutes, but one against the tide there from Matt Wilson. The terrible turnover from Wang Magpies, and he makes you pay. Matt Wilson, he's a fantastic player. He's up to 3 touches, and he's got the goal early days as well for Wodonga.
He's a superstar, isn't he, Scotty Montgomery?
Yeah, well, as soon as you said that, I sort of had a bit of a look at you. I just don't know if that's a bit of a jive at Robbie, was it?
No, that wasn't
You
actually.
think
no,
he is?
I think he's a star.
I think he's someone that we didn't really talk about at the start of the year as a recruit who has definitely shown that he's right up to this level and has been one of their better players for Wodonga.
Yeah, definitely a good player coming into the comp, and he's playing good footy.
What's going on here, Monty?
I think there's been an indiscretion going inside the square a little bit too early.
5 in the square.
Yeah, inside Harry Kitchens, I think, might have broke it a bit early before the ball went up.
Knowles kicks it deep. Oh, good effort from Greenhill. Courage. O'Sullivan got a handball to Wortman. Mayfield dropped one, but he goes back after it. Might have been held without the footy. He was. They immediately play on with the advantage. That's going to come back. So Mayfield goes wide, and he finds Michael Driscoll. Stats for 40 wings for young Mayfield already.
Josh Matey's up to 5 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet, Robbie.
Young Mimo wants to kick into the middle of the ground. O'Sullivan slides in, takes it on hands and knees, and sort of lackadaisical, kicks inside 50. Beautiful kick from Jack O'Sullivan. Harry Kitching's marked. He's played on.
Whoa.
He launches from 45. Kitching is an open goal square. It's through for a point. Well done by Matt Wilson just to shepherd the Magpie player there. And the Dogs are owning a little bit of territory here. 1-2-8. The Magpies one behind. 8 minutes played on the A.T. Jones time clock. First quarter for A-grade oils and batteries.
Oh, another poor kick in from Barrett. Doggy's almost in a step. Mayfield put his head over the footy. Mimo was in there as well. And geez, some nervous moments at half-back. Spiteri at the football. Anderson did well. Barrett, that's a better kick. Finds Ellis. Netball side of the ground. Centimetre perfect kick there to Murray Waite.
Give us your best, Dennis.
So I'll get back to that shortly for you, Panda. So Waite now. Nice little chipping kick. Finds Majanovic.
It's a bit more Ray Warren, isn't it?
That was Ray Warren.
That's my man, Ray Warren, and he goes short to Ellis. So good start. I love what the Doggies have done here, Monty. They're using the ball pretty well.
Yeah, Wodonga's doing really well, and their defensive pressure's been fantastic, and they're just defending the whole ground here, doing a really good job here, not letting Wangaratta through.
Murray Waite has sort of collected Jorgensen a little bit down there on the ground. He's marked it on centre wing. Ellis runs past for the handball receive. It might get at the back here to McVeigh. Inside 50, the Magpies. McVeigh running onto it and kicking a Sunjan goal today. The Magpies strike back. Something from nothing. 1-1-7. to the Dogs 1-2-8. An open 50 and a great finish, Monty, from McVeigh.
Yeah, great play here by Murray Waite to give the quick hands to Fraser Ellis. Ellis got moving. That's what they want to do, get in his hands as much as they can because he's a line breaker. Got it nice and deep, and McVeigh a little bit too strong for Liam Andrews there and just put the goal through from about 25 out.
Yeah,
great
really good finish by McVeigh. And Wangaratta probably a little bit of reward for effort. 6 inside 50s for them so far. Grossman, Porter and Barrett getting their hands on the footy early, and they were just able to work it up the ground with a little bit of ease. Wodonga would want to tighten up on that defence they've been so good at this year and last week as well.
Got to love the work rate of Fraser Ellis, what we've seen so far, and that depth he got in the kick. Now, Bradshaw over on the footy, but it came back the way of Harding and on to Baker. Kicks it inside forward 50. Jewell did well. He got it on the rebound. He was tackled by Van Berlo. Handball out towards Jet Cassidy. He's a clever young operator, but he just can't keep that one in. Under a lot of pressure there from Ellis, who's on the other wing now, so he might be crossing over and
No,
wings.
he's been playing on that wing the whole day,
geez,
mate. He's just working hard.
ground,
Yeah,
Monty.
just working really hard. So
Covering
it's
some
good to
ground,
see.
the young fella. Bit like you in your heyday, Panda. You'd get around a bit. Take it away, mate.
Not sure whether that's a compliment or not.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Robbie. Chris Knowles and Dan Sharrock going to work here on the far flank. Comes the way of the dual stick. He was under pressure. His kick not great. Barrett intercepts for the Pies and hand passes to Sharrock. Sullivan picked his pocket. That was Jack. Wilding, a big booming snap from 45.
Ooh.
Oh, the crowd was cheering. That would have been some finish from Oscar Wilding. Minor score, the Dogs 139. The Magpies 117 on the Steel Line scoreboard. 10 and a bit gone. AT Jones time clock.
You had Sunjan goal of the day ready to go there, Panda.
I did.
Barrett, that's a kick with depth from behind. Driscoll's fist couldn't penetrate the Dukes of McVeigh, who's made a good start. Halfback right in front of our broadcast spot here, which is in that netball pocket. Here he is, Dame Porter, the veteran.
How good's this? Right in front of us, Big Mac.
Beautiful. This is what North Albury brings to you. Button Park, there's something about it, Panda. As Porter goes backwards and he kicks it to Van Berlo. He goes short. He finds his man. I'll tell you what, Norton. And he goes fine, he finds Knowlesy. So they've moved the ball okay, Panda, but I like the way Doggies are defending here.
They're defending pretty well, and they did this against the Rovers last week, Monty. They got a full ground press.
Yeah, they do. They're just guarding a bit of space rather than one-on-one down the ground, so it's hard to kick your way through.
Knowles kicks to half forward, spills out here to Bradshaw, quick hands. Here's Baker, has to run around Fraser Hollandine, gets on his right foot and kicks to half forward, gets out the back of dual stick here. Anderson's kick was a bit of a worm burner. Jorgensen has to be clean. And we've got a boundary throw in just inside the attacking half here for the Wodonga Bulldogs. Early stages still, about 12 minutes gone in this game. A-grade Oars and Batteries opening term, goals to Wilson and McVeigh. We've got the Dogs by 2 points.
Yeah, really shaping up to be an even contest. 6 inside 50s to 4 in favour of Wodonga, and Angus Baker 6 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Brown, clever handball, got on to Baker. Kicks it 25 out from goal. Oh, good grab. Jet Cassidy. He's nearly my favourite footballer in Evans and Murray. He takes an elite body and paint marker and player of the day. How about that, Mont?
Yeah, he's unreal, and he stands under those balls for a kid his size. He's unreal, and he's shown us this year that he's just going to be a superstar of the competition in the years to come.
That was strength, wasn't it?
It's a gutsy grab, mate. That's a fantastic effort. He's put his body on the line for his side. He's a true blue doggy, the young fella. He's generally a good kick. He's going to have to nail this one from 30 metres out, directly in front. Jet Cassidy caps off a gutsy mark with a fantastic finish. The Doggies get their second and their lead goes out to 8, 2-3-15. They lead Wangaratta 1-1-7. Monty, this has got a really good buzz about it, this game. It's fantastic for the newie.
It does, doesn't it? There's a lot of touches in between the arcs, a lot of turnovers coming there, and I think that's to Wodonga's pressure and the way they're setting up behind the footy. The Wang just can't get their run and flow at the moment, so they probably deserve this lead at the moment, Wodonga.
Yeah, Wodonga, and going forward inside 55 times for 3 marks inside 52, Robbie, so super efficient going forward, and it's on the back of a ripping first quarter from Angus Baker.
I was just about to say.
7 disposals, Matthew up to 5, Matt Wilson had the 3 as well.
So the engine room are going to work here. We've seen it so much for the Dogs all year. Angus Baker with 7 early 40 wings disposals. Mathy again on to Bradshaw, and here come the Dogs. Spiteri with the front position inside forward 50. Van Berlo gets back. He's got Spiteri though, right on his hammer. Van Berlo has brought down a Dogs attacker inside forward 50.
Kitching, maybe?
I think it
Harry
might be
Kitching.
It might be Kitching.
Yep.
It is. So Kitching's got a free kick, Monty, 30 metres out slide angle.
Yeah, Van Berlo just got a little bit worried there, didn't he? Probably should have gone boundary side when he tapped the ball in front of him instead of back into the corridor, which put himself under the pump and then just grabbed on when he shouldn't have.
So Harry Kitching will kick this one from about 30-odd metres on a slight angle. He's enjoyed a pretty good year, Harry Kitching. Comes in, plays a role. This is his 11th senior game. This would be a dream start for the Dogs. He comes in, drop punt is on the way. He never really gave it a chance to the near side minus score. 2-4 the Dogs, 2-4-16. The Magpies 1-1-7 on the Steel Line scoreboard. We've almost gone 15 minutes, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, we have, and Wodonga really starting to own the territory battle now. 6 inside 50s, but they're able to camp it. From that full ground press, they're doing a really good job defending that ball at about 60 out.
Barrett plays on it. It's a thumping kick. It's almost at centre wing. Moore flew high from behind. Harding brought it down. Gathered nicely by McVeigh. Kicks it towards half forward. Good contest, and that's Dane Porter. The two number ones. He knew he couldn't outmark Morrison. He thought, let's get a boundary throw in, and that's exactly what he got. Monty, for the Newmarket. Bit of feedback for you too, mate, from Jared Twitt, the Wodonga runner. A bit of cheek down there.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Twitty was actually one of my coaches. He would have been 25 when I was about 15, and obviously, yeah, he hasn't grown up since then either.
Good to see a lot of ball on this side of the ground as well. Yesterday it was all on the other side, and I've jinxed us now.
It's going to get stuck out that other side.
It's going to be on the other side. Alamein Avenue.
Sorry.
Another North Albury mention, boys.
How is that a North mention?
Get on with it, Ben.
Come on, Robbie. First quarter for A-grade oils and batteries. Angus Baker working hard on ground level. Hunter Gottschling chasing him. Baker just racking up the 40 wings disposals. The Magpies force a turnover through their pressure. Crossman tried to break through, and he's been caught high.
Very, very stiff there.
Yeah, Dan against Dan Wortman. So Porter has it inside the centre square. Low kick inside 50. McVeigh forces a contest. Deneen did well. It allows Murray Waite to get onto this ball. Inside 50, it's a bit of a wobbler. Hollandine juggled it about 3 times. He's marked tight up against the fence here. 50 metres out. Takes some effort, Mont.
Yeah, and that's a skill by Murray Waite there to kick a footy. It does not spin at all. So it was a really good take in the end by Hollandine to get the hands behind it. And this is going to be a tough one. They probably need this one just to settle the nerves a little bit, because Wodonga's definitely been on top the first 16 minutes of this quarter.
So Fraser Hollandine arcs out, runs even closer to the boundary line, and it's out of bounds on the full.
That's where he ran.
Bit of a letdown. So no score. The Magpies 1-1-7. The Dogs 2-4-16 on the Steel Line scoreboard. First quarter action for A-grade oils and batteries. And here is the Big Mac for McRae Motors.
Go on your Panda. So I just like the way this game started. The skill level's good. It's got a good intensity about it as Baker picks up another possession.
On fire.
9 disposals for
9
Baker.
is it. Here's Bradshaw. Here, look away handball he thought about. And then he goes with the look away kick to Charlie Morrison. Drives the ball to centre wing. Wielding and boarding on. He'll mark it. His first option was to punch, and he punched it, and he also marked it. They got big numbers here, the Wang Magpies. Porter took a good grab, shape to play on. Now gets a clever kick towards Moore, but beautifully read by Mitch Deneen at half back, and he takes the relieving mark, and he'll pump it to centre wing, Panda.
Yeah, the kick was off the inside of the boot here. Wasn't to the favour of the dual stick, but the Dogs have numbers. Here's the late inclusion, Casey Marr. Set sail from 45, and I think it just bounced in. Noah Spiteri put his arms out. I think the Magpies through Luke Saunders are saying it's out of bounds on the full. It's not. It's going to be a boundary throw in right next to the point post. Inside 50 for the Dogs. They lead by 9 points. Late-ish sort of stages of this opening term, Robbie McKinlay.
It was worth a try from the Wang boys there as if out in the full, because the boundary umpire got a bit caught out. Gee, it's a good throw back in. The dual sticks there. Takes it out of the ruck and was tackled straight away. Should have been penalised. We got away with one there, the dual stick. And it's going to be, this time, I think it'll be balled out. It's not going to come out now. It doesn't. Well, it was coming out. The umpire, he went a bit early there, Panda. Your issues you've had over time.
I knew that one was coming, Robbie.
And they're going to brawl out. It'll be Brenton Poole. Poole is going to throw it up, Panda.
Umpire's doing a great job.
Good start.
Dual stick, rucking inside forward 50 for the Dogs. Ellis, in fact, it was Hewitt just jamming on the boot, but Liam Andrews has marked. He's got a big left foot kick. He set sail from inside the square. A wonderful intercept mark from Dylan Van Berlo. An elite body and paint mark of the day. He averages 3.5 intercepts a game. He had to take that mark there. He's been called to play on in his own defensive pocket. Once again comes broadcast side. Mitch Deneen, too much strength for young Joe Berry. Marks for the Dogs.
Started well, Mitchy Deneen. Kicks it to a hot spot. 20 out for in gold. Numbers of the ball over the back. Anderson for Wangaratta. Mops up and he heads for the boundary and it will go out of bounds. right in front of the Wodonga coach's box here. There's plenty of activity, plenty of huffing up and about. Jared Twitt picks up the ball, throws it to the young boundary umpire, and will come back in, Panda. True centre wing, 16-7. Wodonga lead the Magpies, 19.5 minutes gone on the A.T. Jones time clock.
We'll get to Monty boundary side for the Newmarket Soom game, and a bit of a look at that for Harding. He just stuck the one Duke out. It was brilliant. Here's Bradshaw, just outside 50, lowers the eyes beautifully, and it's landed in the lap of Noah Spiteri, who we know loves a goal.
No one on the mark.
There isn't. There's still no one on the mark. He plays on. White Tie Tua chases him. Spiteri finishes, and he's missed. That was so strange.
Put himself under the pump then, didn't he? Probably had to go a bit earlier than what he did. And yeah, he looked very lively. He's the one going to Van Berlo. It looks like it. Every chance he gets, and Van Berlo trying to play that drop-off role. And they're definitely looking to use him every time they go inside 50, Noah Spiteri.
Steel line scoreboard, 2-5-17 the Bulldogs. Magpies 1-1-7. I think at the end everyone was surprised how much... There's no one near the mark.
No one wanted to even man the mark either.
There was real confusion.
They're under the pump here, the Maggies, at the moment.
They are indeed. Ball goes to a big pack of players. O'Sullivan takes an elite body and paint mark of the day contender, the boy from Koroit. Driscoll was offering a handball. O'Sullivan kicks on a good one, and it is marked by Anderson at half-back for the Magpies. He says, calm things down. I think they need to do that, Monty. They've got to take a bit of gas out of this game.
Absolutely, they do. I think they're trying to play too high a tempo and go with Wodonga, and Wodonga's just got a little bit too much leg speed over for him at the moment.
Tell you what, Wodonga have to make the most of this, though.
Yeah.
We'll get Dan Vaccaro's inside 50 numbers. Mathy, hand pass it on to Cassidy. He tries to dance around a couple. Good pressure there from Norton. Mathy slipped another tackle, sends the Dogs back into attack. Big pack, good fist there from Boardinong. Big high fist. Baker gets around one, gets around a couple. Cassidy just dropped the receiving hand pass. Hollandine tackled him when he didn't have it. The Magpies are under extreme Dogs pressure at the moment, and Norton has it at right half back. He comes inboard. Paddy Watermark still in his own defensive half. The Dogs lead 17-7. A-grade oils and batteries opening term. Sharrock under pressure. He wins a free kick for a high on Jorgensen. They've come to play, the Dogs. A really good start in this opening term, Big Mac.
They have super
50
impressive.
Penalty
50.
Boys. Stepped off the line.
So Dan Sharrock had the ball just on the defensive side of centre wing. He should go inside forward 50. He'll kick from 55. He plays on immediately, and he finds more. Can't get it on the second bite. Defending magnificently was Morrison. They'll go low across here to Deneen. Intercepted by Hollandine. Short handball to Grossman. A little chipping kick. Moore can't get it. O'Sullivan was there. He's like the Southern Aurora when he comes through. Kicks it to centre wing. Barrett got a fist on it. Made a bit of ground with it. But the Doggies, gee, they mean business today. They are fantastic. Monty for the Newmarket. They are up and about.
Yeah, the pressure's on, isn't it? Their skills have been up. It's been that little bit off, and we know in finals footy doesn't take much to be a little bit off, and all the teams are that even that they can have a bit of a jump on you.
Yeah, putting together a fantastic effort. Wodonga 11 inside 50s now to 8.
Knowles on the left foot, inside forward 50. Coming across the front of the pack there, not able to mark, was Morrison. Here's Andrews, just tapping it to himself. Waitai Tua almost gave away a free kick. Here's Paddy Warner, comes back on the right foot. Beautiful kick into the leading lanes here, and Matt Grossman will mark 35 metres out, directly in front. A calm spot up there from Warner.
Yeah, play like that from Paddy Warner just shows why Ben Reid and his coaching staff love him out there. Just really composed every time he gets it, and normally makes the right decision, and really good use there to Matty Grossman, who's working so hard out here on the wing.
I tell you what, this would hurt the Dogs if Grossman goes back and finishes this, and he does that. The Magpies have got two. They've had hardly any play up their end of the ground, and they go up there and go bang. So that's disappointing for the Wodonga Bulldogs. Matty Grossman with an early first quarter goal. Dan Vaccaro, what are the 40 wink stats showing us?
Yeah, one really disappointing one to let go there. Wodonga, that all to play. 11 inside 50s at the moment. Wangaratta are getting up there. They've had 9 inside 50s, but just haven't been as good around the ground, and their press Wodonga has been fantastic, but disappointing to let that one go. Baker's been fantastic, 10 disposals. Josh Matthew as well has had the 10 disposals. Cam Barrett for Wangaratta up to 7 disposals as well on the 40 wink stat sheet, Robbie.
Yeah, well, that Steel Line scoreboard shows 17-13 in favour of the Doggies, but gee, on general play, you'd think that could even be stretched by a couple of more goals, but that's the nature of the game. Knowles took it out of the ruck and pumped it inside forward 50. Big pack over the back, good grab. Taken by the boy from Huron Creek, Michael Driscoll. Chips it nicely to Casey Marr. He goes short and he finds Dan Wortman. He has made a difference since coming into this side, Wortman. He chips it nicely to Mimo. And Panda, they're looking pretty good off half-back, and it's Ollie Greenhill with ball in hand, normally pretty good with it. No, it's no exception.
Yeah, good chest mark on centre wing as well by Jet Cassidy. So 24 played on the AT Jones time clock. Can't be long left in this opening term for A-grade oils and batteries. Wonderful start to the first semi-final through the Bradshaw's mitts. He should have marked that one. Saunders has him, and we've got a boundary throw in. About 70 around from Wodonga's goal. 4 goals in this first quarter through Wilson, McVeigh, Cassidy and Grossman. Boundary side, Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, lots and lots of change in this first quarter. Gone 25 minutes, and I reckon both teams have made 20-plus changes already. So very hot, and they're running them off their legs out there at the moment. With
the ball now, it'll go towards Murray Waite. Off the left foot kick. O'Sullivan's there. He couldn't get it on the second bite. Holland Dean came through hard. So did Driscoll. Intercepted. Chance here for the Maggies. White tight to with Majanovic. On to Sharrock. Quick kick. It bounces. Bounces inside forward 50. Joe Berry's there. He's pretty clever, this young lad. Won't sit for him. Good work, Dan Wortman. He got the right side of him and he found the boundary. 45 around from the Maggies' goal. They trail 13-17. 25 and a half minutes gone. And that's on with the AT Jones time clock. Here's Blake Escott.
Alrighty, so the Magpies would love a late one here. Moore and Harding in the ruck. Baker does well. On to Ainsworth. His hand pass was sort of half intercepted here by Murray Waite, and he's been gang tackled by a couple of dogs. Quickly, Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Yeah, the inside 50 count now has evened up, so Wang have got some territory back. 11 inside 50s apiece. Josh Matthew, 10 disposals, and Angus Baker, 10 on the 40 wing stat sheet.
Moore has been brought down. No, he hasn't. He found a hand pass on here to Marjanovic, I think, and he's finished. Young Braden Marjanovic with a Sunjan goal of the day. And the Wangaratta Magpies have kicked the last 2 goals in this opening term, and now they lead by 2 points on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Absolute strength there from Cal Moore to be able to get tackled and still get a handball out that good to Marjanovic there was just fantastic, and a great finish on the run.
Yeah, disappointing last couple of minutes. Such a good team like Wang, they're always going to come back, and Wodonga had the run on that first 15 minutes but probably didn't put enough scoreboard pressure on, and Wang had bitten back in this last 5 minutes, Robbie.
Yeah, and I think you're on that 40-wing stat sheet, Dan. In that last 5 or 6 minutes, you said they've taken back ground inside those forward 50s. Just repeat what they are inside.
Yeah, they're 11 apiece now.
Yeah, okay. That's probably a pretty good indicator. Gee, it's a good game of footy. 19-17. Maggies lead it. 27 minutes gone on the AT Jones time clock. Harding went high, so did Knowles. Nice clearing kick by Harry Hewitt. And at half forward, the mark's been taken. Now, bit of double whistling on. Joey Berry's got it. What'd you see there, Mon?
Yeah, I was just telling him to get back on the mark a little bit. Wardy
nice.
Come over a little bit.
Deep kick by Berry from behind Morrison. This is where he's so good. Clearing kick towards centre wing. Big chance. Oh, Knowles went down. And so did the siren. He went down like the Titanic. The biggest man in the field against the smallest man. Harry Kitching knocked Big Knowlesy over. Right on the quarter time buzzer. 27 and a half minutes that quarter, Panda, and I really enjoyed it. Magpies will take a 2-point lead.
They will. 3-1-19. Wodonga 2-5-17. 5 goals in the opening term there for A-grade oils and batteries. Game on in the first semi at Button Park. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Here in the first semi-final. Blake Panderescott with you, Robbie McKinlay. We also have Dan Vaccaro and Scott Montgomery. Now, Dan, who were some of our Optus quarters best in that opening term?
Yeah, well, for Wodonga, they had a really good quarter. 11 inside 50s for them, so they've really shown up today. And it's going to be a tough grind for the four quarters, I reckon, Panda. But Optus quarters best, Angus Baker, without a doubt. He had 10 disposals. He looked the most efficient player on the ground. He was everywhere. He floated forward, he floated in defence, and he started in the midfield as well. So he was Optus quarters best. Wangaratta, very much of a solid, even effort. I thought Cal Moore probably looked their most dangerous, but off half-back, Cam Barrett was the big ball winner. He had 7 disposals in that first term.
Scott Montgomery, boundary side for the Newmarket. Which huddle were you at quarter time?
I went over and had a listen to Reedy, actually, and yeah, he just thought that they were a little bit too slow to get moving early on. They just were a bit happy to kick down the line. Obviously, they just talked about how Wodonga were going to defend the footy after watching them last week, and they did exactly what they spoke about, and they didn't do what they wanted to do with the footy. They didn't switch the footy. They didn't try and go back through the middle enough, so that's something that we'll look for in this second quarter, and he said it was just a really good fight back. Guys on the forward line just hunted and kept the footy in there late in that quarter, which was vital for them kicking a few goals.
So put your coach's hat on for the Wangaratta Magpies. I mean, they were able to get ascendancy in that second half of that first quarter. What do they need to do to keep that momentum going in the second term?
I just transition the footy, try and move that defence. Obviously, once a defence has to move 2 or 3 times, it starts to open holes, and that's when you can kick through it. Whereas at the moment, they're probably just kicking down the line and allowing Wodonga to outnumber them at the contest down the line. More
of the same for the Wodonga Bulldogs as well. Their pressure was really good in that first quarter, and just need to nail a few more opportunities. They've had enough. 2-5-17. The Magpies 3-1-19. A good opening quarter of football. A little bit better than yesterday, but that's okay. So the umpire going to hold the footy up here, and the second quarter is underway for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Zach Harding's had a pretty good start on the ruck as well, up against big Chris Knowles. He jumps high, and look at that for a beautiful tap down again towards Jorgensen. Just wasn't able to grab possession of the football. Harding goes in hard again here. Over the top of him is Murray White. Going in here is Porter. Tries to find Knowles. Lots of players jumping over this football, and we're going to have it balled up by Ash Broughton. Right in front of our commentary position. Here's Robbie McKinlay for McRae Motors. You have a go, Robbie.
Right, I love the way Ash Broughton there just threw it up straight away. Geez, had a good season, Ash Broughton. Angus Baker tracks the ball to the boundary line. He got a handball out the back to Cade Brown. Clever to Mayfield. On to Harding. Big fella did well. Back to Mimo. Intercepted by Sharrock. Now it goes back to Mayfield. Kicks it towards half forward. Spiteri's there. Couldn't take a tricky low ball. Bradshaw was good. Dribbled the handball out. They got numbers running at the footy now. Wank got a high one, did Saunders. It was missed. Sometimes that happens. Villar gets blocked. Sharrock kicked a piercing ball. A beautiful ball to Warner. Warner sees a lead from Moore. It's a half volley. Can't pick it up. Morrison had him under pressure. Morrison recovered beautifully. Handball back to Driscoll. On to Wortman. The kick by Wart was a little bit too far. Murray Waite was clean bowled. Regathered though. He'll give a short handball here to Gottschling. Kicks it long. Top of the goal square. Keep an eye on Moore. Couldn't take it one-handed. Morrison tracks after him. Moore paddled it back to McVeigh. Driscoll grabbed McVeigh. McVeigh got a hurried handball. Deneen there was defending. Over the footy. Did well, Mitch Deneen. Got him out of pressure, and Baker marks at half-back. Great footy.
Beautifully called by the Big Mac on O&M Live. 2A White and 3-8. Baker's short kick finds Bradshaw, I should say. And here's Baker running through the middle of Button Park. He can take a couple of bounces if he wants. He takes one, goes inside forward 50. Spiteri. Great transition footy from the Dogs. And Noah Spiteri will line up 30 metres out directly in front.
Just saw there Angus Baker, how why he's considered to be that class above. Hunter Gottschling started with him and could not keep up at all. Just streamed away Angus Baker, and the kick inside 50 was a beauty. And Noah Spiteri, I think Dylan Van Velde is going to have to tighten up just a little bit there in that matchup because he's given him too much space, and he's been the guy they've looked at a few times now going inside 50.
Noah Bradshaw's had a couple of really important possessions in this game. Baker all combining, and Spiteri finishing. Noah's got 5 goals in the last couple of weeks. The long sleeve on today. The Dogs go to 23. The Magpies 19. That is on our CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Absolutely fantastic goal there by Noah. He's had 2 disposals, but he's had 2 shots on goal. He's a small forward, and that's what he's there for. But the transition from Wodonga was first class. Their ability to get it through the midfield, and in my opinion, the best player in the league, Angus Baker, just streaming through the midfield. That is just what you want to see in the opening minutes, Robbie.
Yeah, the goal was a reward for what they did about a minute beforehand. The way they defended,
Mitch Deneen was fantastic down back as well.
Mitch Deneen has had a cracking game today. He's made a great start to the game, but the way they defended that ball, led by Morrison and co, Dan Wortman was involved. That's the first 2 or 3 minutes this quarter has just been sensational. Look at big Harding fly, taps it towards Jorgensen. Mayfield got in his road, actually. So kicked here by Hewitt, I think it was, off half-back. Tumbles it inside forward 50. Driscoll leads McVeigh to the ball. McVeigh got there first, and he took it over the boundary line, almost cutting into those magnificent picket fence here at Bunton Park that has really been a great feature of the improvements that this
Best
ground has seen.
Upgrade in
a magnificent
history,
scoreboard, the beautiful picket fence. It's fantastic, Panda.
You said it beautifully there, Big Mac. Well, Big Harding's gone down. Gottschling hand passes it to Sharrock. Left foot isn't his preferred, and it floats through for a behind.
Just.
Could have been out in the full, wouldn't have worried me. So through for a minor score. The Magpies 3-2. The Dogs 3-6. Early stages, second term. Robbie McKinlay.
Baker got it. And he was legged, was he? There's a whistle.
Hang on.
It's off the
ball.
Off the ball. Norton against Spiteri.
Did you see that, Mon?
No, I didn't, boys. It's a long way. It's 100 metres away from where the footy was.
It's 100 metres away, so Spiteri's down on his haunches. But if it means having a kick, he'll get up. I will assure you of that. So it's gone against Tyler Norton. Ash Broughton was onto it.
So was it high contact or?
He's holding his chin.
I think he probably got one of the
so he
guts.
might have gotten. I don't know.
Well, I know our cameraman Travis Cartwright was probably watching
Oh,
the ball, so there's
no
way knowing that's been picked up.
He pumps it into half forward. Good mark.
There couldn't have been much in there because he hasn't reported him, boys. So
and you've got to remember that bit of a background that Noah's got, and there's a bit of mayo sometimes in the world game, and he might have put a bit of that on. Who knows? Here we go. Chance here. Oh, Hewitt intercepted by Jet Cassidy. Snap on goal. Misses to the left-hand side. Minor score. So 3-6-24 the Bulldogs. Magpies a 3-1-19. Almost 5 minutes gone. There's a B landed on the table. How ironic. That is fair income. That's on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
From Rob Ease himself. There we go. Trainer back in the studio doing some of his best work.
I'll take a photo of that.
Turn his mic off, Panda.
Ellison onto McVeigh. His hand pass intercepted by Noah Spiteri, who's been brought down holding the ball. Great second effort there from Dan Sharrock. As the sun beams over Bunton Park, he's got it at half-back. So the Dogs were the only goal through Spiteri in this second term. The Magpies led by 2 points at quarter time. 5 minutes played, A.T. Jones time clock on O&M Live. Anderson on centre wing. Going to come to that broadcast side again. No, he chips inboard here. And here's Sharrock once again. Handball receive. Kicking to half forward, Moore, leapt high. Morrison, did he dispose of that? Umpire said play on. Well done here, Jet Cassidy working hard in defence. Hand passes on here to Driscoll, who has to get rid of it in a nick of time. He flicks it out here to Anderson, who's going to relieve for the Dogs at half-back.
Yeah, Andrews kicks a good one. It picked made ground, and Dan, it's not a stat, but we just had our first B release for the day. You saw the way that was done?
Oh, we did. He came straight to you, Robbie. He knows where the honey is.
Got him on the end of the pen. I released him into the wild. He'll probably end up in Rivergum Drive, and he'll be producing Robbie's honey before you know it, Panda. Throw in, if you've just joined us, 24-19. The Bulldogs lead the Magpies.
Soon?
Yeah, that's coming up. That's had a fair play, isn't it? Oh, over the back. Knowles was clever off the left foot. He's had a big game today. Driscoll and McVeigh. That's been a good contest. Here's McVeigh. Driscoll tackle him at the right time. Morrison shepherds it through for a minor score. So the Magpies 3-2-20. The Bulldogs 3-6-24. 7 minutes gone here on first semi-final day. And it's a cracking game, Blake Escott. And this quarter's for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers.
We've got a stat update very soon here from Dan Vaccaro. Baker's kick wasn't great. It's been intercepted here by Hunter Gotchling. He's got an option short. He could have kicked to two blokes, and in the end, Grossman will line up for goal number 2. He'll have to kick this from 50, Mont.
Yeah, playing at centre forward in this quarter at the moment, Matty Grossman. So just working the V at the moment, up and back. So he's been very, very lively, and he doesn't stop working all day, Matty. So I reckon I'll back him in from here.
So on about a 45-degree angle. Broadcast side, Grossman. That is a beautiful finish. He says, come on, boys. It just snuck in. So the Magpies get another. They go to 4-3. The Dogs, well, they are 23, and that is on our CMV truck and bus scoreboard. Early stages still second term, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, they have, and they got that on the back of just the sheer inside 50s that they were pumping into Wodonga. Wodonga's defence has been fantastic, but they just got one there, 5 inside 50s to Wodonga's 2, so they just need to get that territory battle back. Angus Baker, not his finest moment, but we've been playing 7.5 minutes now. He's already had the 5 disposals this quarter as well, so up to 15 for the game for him.
There we go, and brilliant sunshine here at Bunton Park. Up it goes. Umpire Poole flings it into the air. Jorgensen was involved, so was Mayfield. He might be caught with the ball. No, play on to call. I've really liked the umpiring. What we've seen here today, it's been terrific. Umpires Poole, Broughton and Ring. Good solid season from the men in Lyme. Oh, they big pair crash into each other. Knowlesy flicks it out the back. And a good tackle by Jorgensen. Oh, he's got him. That was pretty hot, but Jorgensen's won himself a free kick. He was a bit stiff there, little Marjanovic, and Jorgensen will have it midfield.
He was indeed. Dogs bench aren't complaining. Jorgensen inside forward 50. Saunders couldn't mark there. Here's Ellis working hard for the Magpies. Left foot kick down the line. Porter just overran the football. Greenhill has him, but Porter did well. On to Sharrock, the smooth mover. Look at that kick once again. Just asked Berry to lead at the football, and he did. Joe Berry has it. He wants that trusty left foot. He pumps it in there. Cal Moore too strong. Did the work early on Charlie Morrison, and Cal Moore will run around here from about 20 metres out on a pretty tight angle.
How good were those 2 kicks there? Dan Sharrock's first one to Joey Berry, and then Joe Berry knew exactly where that space was, got it out the back again, which is when Cal Moore looks the most dangerous. When he's got his opponent in front of him, he can work back and release perfectly with that little push to the chest of Morrison.
So Moore runs around here. Hang on.
Oh.
Well, the umpires are actually
They're gonna have to
disagreeing with that there.
So
I think Ash Broughton's overruled him.
Yeah, I think Ash Broughton had called play on, and the other umpire thought he hadn't, so that's what he was pinging him for. And yeah, I think it's probably the right call on him.
Okay, so Cal Moore has run around there for a snap. He's missed, and 2 umpires have had differentiating opinions there. It's a point to the Magpies, Big Mac.
Andrews, kicking was a good one. Wortman under pressure from Ellis. Good contest. And Norton takes it out over the boundary line. Wortman just gives Fraser Ellis a little bit of a push. He's a little bit lame there, Mont. He's
just grabbing at a calf or a knee or something. A bit
he
sore.
might be coming off.
He wants the bench.
Or does he? No, he might want a bit more of the action. Big Harding was good. Handball over the top towards Bradshaw. Coming through hard was Mimo. Mimo, a piercing low kick. Saunders hits it with a bit of endeavour. Hits it with a little bit more. Goes back for a third go. Shoveled the handball out to Harry Hewitt. An umpire ring. Says ring-a-ding-ding. Bring it back. And the free kick's going to go the way to Mimo. Extraordinary stuff, Panda.
Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Yeah, 3 inside 50s, 2-6 at the moment, so still winning the territory battle. But Dan Sharrock starting to have his say on the contest. He's had 5 disposals in this quarter.
Oh, Nosey. Just bang, see you later, little Mimo. His kick wasn't great, though. Wilding intercepted. Here's Casey Marr, the late inclusion. His hand pass, not great, as Norton works hard here for the Magpies. Murray Wade on centre wing, kicks to the advantage of Morrison. Look at that big iron fist there from O'Sullivan. Marjanovic slipped over, but he still flicked it on here to Hewitt. Beautiful little kick in towards Porter. Will it sit for him at will? Tries to get around Driscoll, does well. Hand passes inboard to Osman. He's had his head ripped off. Absolutely ripped off.
And 50, boys.
It's on here, Monty. It's on.
Daniel Wortman, not on at all.
Yep. And McVeigh's remonstrating as well. Grossman's going to kick goal number 3. He had his head ripped off, and the Magpies bite back. Bit of spice in the first semi-final here at Button Park. The Magpies go to 34, the Dogs 24. That's on the C&V Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Yeah, really disappointing to give away that free kick, but they are up for the fight, Wodonga, and it is showing. They've just towed the line a little bit there and gave away a free kick, got him high, and the 50-metre penalty for Wortman, who has been good today, but probably just got to rein it in a little bit. But they're up for the fight, Wodonga.
Yeah, you don't mind the free kick being given away. It's just the carry on after that. After you've given away that high free kick, just don't give him the 50. He goes from a 50-50 shot to a certainty.
Got to let him know you're there.
Very out of character for Dan Wortman too.
Oh.
He's solid normally. You know. Yeah. Anyway, finals, motions.
He's hard at
aggression.
He is very hard at it.
It's a good game of footy anyway.
Grossman's
good
got
on him.
3.
He kicked 3. He started the wing. He's moved to centre half forward. Another couple go down in the midfield too. Coming through hard was Anderson, intercepted magnificently by Mayfield.
He got legged.
Oh, he got legged. Great call there, Knowles coming off. Gee, he's been working hard. Anderson. He likes Murray Waite wide centre wing. Clubroom side. Just a little dish off to Cam Barrett. Barrett penetrating, punching kick. Berry! Joe Berry, has he been paid it? He has. He's not without a chance, you think, from here, Panda. He's a bit of electrifying operator. He decides to go long, top of the goal square. Moore's there. There's a big pack. Ball comes down. Moore gets his hands on it momentarily. Dish off. O'Sullivan through traffic on the fly. Handball to Deneen. Over the top now towards Ma. And he's going to go short. Kicks on a good one, marked by Barrett.
Yep. So the Magpies just owning the territory here at the moment. Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Yeah, they are. They're up to 8 inside 50s to only 3 for Wodonga. So Wodonga just really have to try and weather this storm, get one against the tide, and then get the footy back on their terms at the moment.
Starting to get the game on their terms, Monty.
They are, and you see, just trying to handle it here. Switch the footy, try and get it moving defensively.
McVeigh, beautiful, strong mark as well. Sorry, it was Porter. And we got a Dogs player down behind play here. Porter's kick into the channel. He's had too much on it for his teammate. Matty Wilson working hard. And he clears it for the Dogs. Lands on the chest here of Jet Cassidy. We still have a Dogs player, Dan Wortman, on his haunches. It is.
I think he got winded there, Panda, in that marking contest.
So Jet Cassidy goes down the line. Wilding has 2 Magpies to beat. Boundary line wins. 34 plays 24 here on the C&V Truck and Bus scoreboard. Second term for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers as we go boundary side to Scott Montgomery for the Newey.
Yeah, it was pretty quiet on the benches here early in this quarter, boys, but since it's gotten heated up a little bit and the ball's moving end to end pretty freely, there's lots of changes being made.
Van Berlo tapped it. Mayfield read it well. Barrett intercepted. Handball back to Marjanovic. He's been busy. Got it onto White Tide Tua. Through traffic was McVeigh. Back to Marjanovic. Kick was smothered. And it's going to be a boundary throw in. True centre wing. You couldn't get any more geographically central centre wing. What's happening, Mont?
There might be one too many on for Wang at the moment. I won't say it too loudly, but I think there's one too many on.
Keep an eye on that. Monty starts doing a little bit of a count there. This is interesting. Monty, you watch that one. We're going to see a free kick, Panda. It's going to go the way of Hollandine.
So, and then there's a free kick against Cade Brown. So Hewitt's done well to bring him down for holding the ball. The pressure's right up in this game. So Hewitt Goes inboard with an aggressive option. Gotchling does well. Hand passes into Barrett. Watch this right foot kick into the space. Moore and Morrison. It's a wonderful battle. This time Morrison does well just to find the boundary line. And it's going to get thrown back in 20 metres around from the Wang Magpies goal. 5-4-34 over the Dogs. 3-6-24. We've had 3 goals in this second quarter. 1 to Spiteri and 2 to Grossman for the Wangaratta Magpies.
Good footy. Real good footy. Game of the series, final series so far for yours, Panda?
Yeah, you'd have to say so.
All right, here we go. The dual stick got his hand on the foot. Might be a sling tackle there. No, he's pinged him. He's pinged him. Hunter Gotchling gets the free kick. I think it is Gotchling.
Against Bradshaw.
Yeah, Monty for the Newmarket.
Yeah, one of the most inconsistent rules we see, boys, I reckon. That one's been pinged all year for a sling. But anyway, I think it's probably the right call in. I think it's holding the footy. But, yeah, Hunter Gotchling been hard at it. Hasn't probably had as many touches as he would have liked, but he's been definitely thereabouts.
So Hunter Gotchling to extend the lead. Kick on the way. It drifts, and it's drifted out of bounds on the full. Call it whatever you like. Liam Andrews took it. He goes short. And he finds Michael Driscoll in the back pocket for Wodonga. He goes across the ground, finds Noah Bradshaw, who'll release now to Matty Wilson. And the Doggies are building up here nicely, Panda, but that's still in their own defensive 50.
They are, but they don't mind holding on to possession as Matty Wilson takes a bounce. His kick is going to get over the top of his teammate here. It's an open attacking half of the ground for the Dogs. Ainsworth, beautiful little hand pass on the inboard. Here's Wilding, has to stop in his tracks. Left foot kick. It's an open goal square. It's through for a minor score. Once again, the Dogs on the rebound. Good transition footy. That would have hurt the Magpies. 3-7-25 through Wilding. It was a point. The Magpies 5-4-34 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Dan Vaccaro, we've gone 17 minutes AT Jones time clock.
Yeah, it is. It's good to see Wodonga get it up the other ground. Their transition's still good. They've just got to camp the ball in their 50. It's 9 inside 50s for Wang and 4 at the moment for Wodonga.
White Tide Tour brings the ball back in. And Kitching got it out to Wortman, on to Greenhill, back to Baker. How many stats for Baker, please, Dan?
Angus Baker's had 16.
16, a good mark taken by Ma for Wodonga between centre wing and half forward. Wangaratta lead by 9 points. Kicks deep, defensive work is good from the Maggies, and they'll knock it over the boundary line. It'll be thrown in 35 around from the Bulldogs goal. Wangaratta lead 34-25. We've gone 18 minutes on the AT Jones time clock.
So goals to Spiteri, Cassidy and Wilson for the Dogs. And for the Pies, it's Marjanovic, McVeigh and Grossman with 3. Toss back in. Well done here from Gotchling. He's got involved this second term. So is Barrett. Marjanovic kicked a big goal in the opening quarter. The Dogs win it back. Lands to the top of the goal square. Get Cassidy. Just wasn't able to mark. The Dogs want a free kick. Norton streams away here for the Wangaratta Magpies. Goes straight down the middle of the ground. It's a good kick. Porter marks it on the chest. He has to flick it over the top here to Warner. And Warner's hand pass wasn't great in the 1-2. Norton wins it back here for the Magpies. He kicks it out really wide to the Alamein Avenue side of Button. Here's Murray Waite. One-on-one contest here between him and Ainsworth. Ainsworth does really well. Working hard is Hollandine for the Magpies, and they get it on the boot to half forward.
Yes, Sharrock's kick, it was a tumbler. It bounced over 4 players' head. McVeigh thought about the sling. In the end, he held him up. He should get a free kick, and he does get a free kick. He's been very physical, hasn't he, down there, Monty?
Yeah, I think Liam McVeigh's been fantastic today. He hasn't had a lot of touches, but what he's done has been fantastic, and he's been that guy that's put a lot of pressure on when they're trying to exit D50, and he's been fantastic. Get reward for effort with this one.
Yeah, they had half a chance down the other end, Wodonga. They attacked for about a minute and a half. They couldn't put one away. And now McVeigh, on the back of a very good tackle, will kick from 45 metres. Not much of an angle. Comes in now. Left foot kick. Holds up. Moore's there. Moore can't mark on the second bite of the cherry. Hollandine was tackled strongly. And umpire Mason Ring has called it high. What do you think, Mont?
Yeah, it's probably there, I reckon. Yeah, bit aggressive, and the goal line doesn't always save you.
Hollandine will run it, very tight angle. He'll run around, screw it over his left shoulder, kicks a goal. It's a good finish from Hollandine, and the Doggies extend the margin out to 15 points. And that is on the Wodonga Pumps and Mowers quarter action. And on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard, Dan Vaccaro, they're making a little bit of an impression now.
They are. They're starting to put some scoreboard pressure on Wang, and they're playing well. Wodonga are really trying hard to camp that ball, but just their ball use. Dan Sharrock, Dane Porter are all really using it well, and they're up to 10 inside 50s now. Wodonga have only halved that this quarter, so 5 inside 50s for them. Baker really been the lone soldier this quarter. He's up to 6 disposals. Jorgensen's only had the 1, and Noah Spiteri the 1 this quarter.
So Fraser Hollandine extends the margin out to 15 for the Magpies. 40 plays 25 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. They've kicked the last 3 goals, have the Wangaratta Magpies. Toss back up, Harding once again. Baker winning it at ground level with another clearance. It's nice and wide to the far side here of Bunton. Working hard here is Anderson. He wants a free kick here for holding the ball, does Mark. And the umpire says give it a mate. 60 out from the Wodonga goal. So they need one here just to get a bit of momentum back. Spiteri goal at the 3rd minute mark of the 2nd term. It's been all Maggie since. A few Bronx cheers going on out there as well.
Yes, might have been to the umpire, I think.
It might have been. So Knowles and Sharrock. Sharrock really starting to get involved in this 2nd term. Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, Dan Sharrock, he's had 6 disposals this term. Kept quiet in the first quarter, he only had 3 disposals, but yeah, when he starts having his DNA on the game, it's not a good thing for Wodonga.
He had one of his finest moments in umpiring here on the first semi-final day a couple of years ago, Ash Broughton. He cleaned up, I think it was an Aubrey Tigers player, Myrtleford versus Aubrey game here, Panda.
Alrighty.
Nailed him.
Do you know who the player was?
I'm trying to remember. It was Myrtleford Aubrey here, first semi-final day. It was on the flank at the southern end.
There's a free kick here anyway, is there? Or no, it's boundary throw-in. I thought Ash was just pointing to the Wang Magpies way. So if you've just joined us here on O&M Live, 40 plays 25, the Magpies lead. Here's Robbie McKinlay for McRae Motors.
Sharrock, quick hands to Knowles, intercepted by Ma. Baker's hands were quick. On to Mayfield, hurry kick towards half forward. Good tackle. Mimo was held up. And it's going to be a ball up. So they've just regathered after a strong start by Wodonga. Where I think just at the moment, Monty, Wodonga need to put more goals on the board in that first 15 to 20 minutes, didn't
Absolutely.
they?
I think the Wang defence was a little bit shaky early on, but I think they've really sorted themselves up now. I think Cam Barrett's gone back there. He might have been up around the ball a little bit more to start off, and he's one of those guys that's just really clean by foot on the way out, and it's definitely shown in this quarter being able to transition from defensive 50 to inside 50 a lot. Yeah,
it's a great call, Monty. Cam Barrett certainly has been the one who's been significant. As Ellis handballs over the top onto Paddy Warner, gave it back to Marjanovic. Marjanovic's kick's a beauty. They can't find Berry there at half forward, and it's going to be out for a boundary throw-in. About 70 metres around from the Wangaratta goal. They lead 40 to 25. That's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard, and 22 minutes have gone on the AT Jones time clock.
Dan Vaccaro, what are those 40 winks showing us?
They're showing us that it's a one-man band at the moment for Wodonga. Angus Baker, 8 disposals this quarter, and only the 5 inside 50s for Wodonga. Wangaratta leading the way with 10 inside 50s for the quarter.
And this man has got his hands around the football as well. That was Gotchling. Berry's hand pass. A clever little tap on there from Warner onto Porter. This would be a wonderful team finish. Warner was under pressure, was able to get a kick away late. Driscoll going across with a good defensive fist, helping out Charlie Morrison and finding the boundary line for Wodonga. So it's camped in the Wodonga as the Wangaratta Magpies forward 50 here. Another boundary throw in, 15 around from their goal. They lead by 15. A late one here as we tick up towards half-time. Big Mac would hurt the Dogs.
Yeah, 15-point lead, and Calmore has not kicked a goal yet. Morrison's done a great job down there. Harding, clever little tap. Jorgensen put a big tackle in. And you'd think if I said to you that Moores hadn't going to kick a goal in the first half, and Magpies lead by 15, they'd be very happy.
Extremely happy, wouldn't they? The way they defended's been really good with Wodonga in the last line, but Wang from their midfield's just had a few too many options going inside 50.
Marjanovic sort of just dropped the ball there. Lucky not to get pinged for holding the ball. Gotchling wins it back here for the Magpies. It's a snap. That looked like it was goal bound for quite a while.
I think the footy gods there, that was definitely a free kick to Josh Mayfield, I think.
Of course it was.
So Gotchling.
What do you reckon, Mon? It was.
I don't know. I thought he got a handball.
So Gotchling's kick, you two will sort it out later, is a minor score. And on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard, it's a 16-point lead here to the Wangaratta Magpies. Late stages, 2nd term.
Just cutting up a bit dark here, late D. Vaccaro. Greenhill has it. Told to play on. He's under the pump now. We have to kick it high. A lot of play. Here's Jet Cassidy. Beautiful grab.
Good juke.
Flies high, takes a elite body and paint mark of the day. Oh, I like this lad. He just love watching him play. Going to be a beauty. What's he going to do? Get it forward yet. He chips. nicely to Mayfield. Inside handball to Baker. Baker drives it long to half forward. Chance out the back, Spiteri. Goes long, a tumbling kick, needs a good bounce. It goes left, it goes right, and it stayed left for a minor score. So 41-26, 25 gone in the second quarter. It's Wangaratta leading.
It is indeed Scott Montgomery game and a bit of a holding pattern here at the moment. A few stoppages. I think both sides want half time.
Yeah, I think they do. Obviously, 25-minute mark. They don't want to take it on too much and turn the footy over in a dangerous position and give away an easy goal late in the quarter.
Hope you're enjoying the action on 1494 2AY and 1566 and Travis Cartwright and Lukey Chilcott sorting out the live stream as Jorgensen goes inside 50. Not a great kick. He was looking for the dual stick. And Anderson takes a nice defensive mark here for the Magpies, and he once again just says, guys, let's calm it down a little bit here. He goes out wide to Harry Hewitt, back in today, the Bushranger. And he goes short here to Fraser Ellis. Been good on the wing.
Real good game.
Just a good player. Comes inboard again to Hewitt. His kick had too much on it there for, I think that was Norton. And then Baker just dropping the ball. He's been pinged for a throw, Angus. Play on advantage here for the Wang Magpies. Moore takes the mark out in front of Charlie Morrison. And he will line up from a distance that does not trouble Calmore. 50 metres, slight angle.
Yeah, again, that kick inside 50. I think it was Dan Sharrock again. That man, his skill level is just on another level to everyone else today. He's been fantastic for Wangaratta, and a few of them have gone over the head of Calmore, but that time he wasn't going to let that one when he had that little bit of a break on Charlie Morrison, because that hasn't happened too often today.
Yeah, Dan Sharrock, you said it, Mont, 8 disposals this quarter. Starting to have a say on this contest, which is concerning for Wodonga.
So we were saying before how he hadn't kicked a goal yet. Calmore. He set sail from 50 and Hollandine's marked and kicked a goal on the goal line. Oh, extraordinary. He's kicked 2, Hollandine, both in the last couple of minutes. And that's a coach killer, Monty, for the Wodonga Bulldogs.
Yeah, had to be killed over the line. 3 Wodonga blokes flew for it, and Hollandine nearly on the ground. Last man in line and took it on his chest and kicked it from the goal line. So not something you want this late in the quarter.
No, that'll frustrate JT. Panda just went straight over. I just think Driscoll misread it and unfortunately missed it, and Hollandine's going to make you pay there. But Wangaratta starting to get a little bit of scoreboard pressure. 11 inside 50s for them for the quarter, 7 for Wodonga, but have been a little bit wasteful going forward.
Yeah, 47-26 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard at Lake Gold. Mick Driscoll just not reading that one. Full credit to Hollandine, though. That's what a small forward does well. We've got to sniff them out, find a way. And now we're going to get a free kick, but it's to no avail. Half-time here at Bunton Park, North Albury, and Josh Mayfield's thinking about the barrel.
No, as well.
We'll stay with the action. If he kicks this,
he's 90 metres out.
I'll walk home naked. There he goes. He gains about 35 metres. The close stay on.
It's thank God.
It's half-time here. It's 47-26. Good game of footy, but it's Wangaratta prevailing, Panda.
It is indeed. A 21-point margin. They kicked the last 4 goals in that second term. 2 to Grossman and 2 to Hollandine. They've just got the game on their terms at the minute, the Wangaratta Magpies. 47 plays 26. Hope you're enjoying this Sunday afternoon semi-final action. We're on O&M Live. You won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Offensively causing a couple of turnovers. The defensive duo of Molly Goldsworthy and Mackenzie House just really chipped away all day and forced some really great turnovers to put the Raiders with the ball in hand, and Maggie St John was really consistent through the mid-court. For the Magpies, Izzy Newton was very much the heart and soul of the team, forcing a lot of turnovers, gaining a lot of intercepts and really trying to rally the troops and get forward. Through their attack end, Kelly Keane and Amanda Umansky really settled, and defensively Hannah Grady and Brooke Price were competitive all day. So it will be in next week's preliminary final, the Yarrawonga Pigeons to take on the Wodonga Raiders. The Raiders, this is their first time in A-grade netball finals since 2004. We look forward to bringing you that game from Wodonga Raiders next weekend. This is the O&M Live Netball Wrap, thanks to Ray White Rural, servicing Albury, now servicing Holbrook.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
It's half-time here at Button Park. 47 plays 26. The Magpies leading by 21 points. Hope you're enjoying this beautiful Sunday arvo. A bit of blue sky. The sun is shining, which is great to see. It's Blake Panda Escott with you. Dan Vaccaro, Robbie McKinlay and Scott Montgomery. Of course, repeating some of the A-grade netball scores from earlier today as well. Bit of an upset. The Raiders defeating the Wangaratta Magpies. We finished in the top 3, Robbie, out in straight sets. And we've seen that a little bit, haven't we?
Yep.
The Raiders in the thirds as well. So anything can happen in these do-or-die semis.
We're seeing an emerging... we're seeing a couple of teams emerge as potential powerhouses in the competition with the young Wodonga Raiders and the Lavington Panthers. So there's one team left, though, in between them. And that's Yarrawonga. We know how strong they've been. And
the most experienced, you'd say, Robbie?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So won't write them off yet.
So the Wodonga Bulldogs running into their position here. Just found it a little bit hard to get the ball and the game on their terms in the latter part of that second half. The Magpies kicked the last 4 goals. They have kicked 6 of the last 7 to lead this one by 21 points after the Dogs did lead by a couple of goals there in the opening quarter. I'll sort the time clock for you, Big Mac.
Good.
Hardly ever do it. Here we go. Third quarter for Indigo Power on O&M Live.
Umpire Mason Ring flicks it in the air. Comes out now. Bradshaw had his hands on the ball first. He got it out the back to Brown. Brown spun out of a tackle. Kicked it to half forward. Oh, Jewel came through with a bit of purpose. He crashed the pack. Picked up by Majanovic to Norton. Tackled. Held with the footy. And umpire Ring, who's had good control of the game today, I thought, has said he'll throw it in the air. This Panda just has a bit of a glare at Regaro and myself. We haven't updated our paperwork for the third quarter. Bradshaw, inside forward 50. Jewel takes the mark. Just to start, the Doggies wanted. He'll shoot from 40 out directly in front, Mont.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where they've got to get on top, isn't it? Around those stoppages, they've been pretty even through there, but they need to make sure that they take a bit of ascendancy now and get it inside 50 nice and deep and give their forwards the best chance they can to hit the scoreboard. And Jewel there was just in front first to move and a little bit too quick to it for Van Berlo.
And just before that, Mont, about 20 seconds before, the way he hit that pack, I just thought it was really purposeful. So Jewel, they need this to get the margin back to 15 points. The Jewel stick has pushed it right. Minor score 3-9-27. That hurts, Panda. 7-5-47 the Magpies. This quarter's for Indigo Power.
We saw yesterday the Tigers kick 4-15. Barrett's kick was, I'm not sure who he was looking for there. It was dogs everywhere. Cassidy was one of them. And he goes short to Jorgensen. He's ditched the long sleeves. They're saying have a shot.
He can get this.
All the Dogs players, Monty, are saying have a shot. He looks like he might line up here.
Yeah, he might, but I don't reckon he's overly confident. He's still looking around. I think this might be one of the fake outs where he ends up passing it.
So Adam Jorgensen will kick this pretty much directly in front from about 52 or 3 metres. He doesn't get anywhere near enough of it. Falls short and it's punched through by a stingy Wangaratta Magpies defence. He never did look confident, did Adam Jorgensen. So the Dogs with a couple of points here. 3-10-28. The Pies 7-5-47. Early stages, third term on the A.T. Jones time clock. Third quarter for Indigo Power.
That's one of the differences right there. That punch there was very purposeful to get through that rush behind, whereas Wodonga's let 2 or 3 goals on the goal line happen today.
Geez, a nice little 1-2 from Boarding on and Barrett. The kick, though, has been intercepted by O'Sullivan. His kick's good. He finds Mayfield, goes short, and Bradshaw has it. He'll go short again, and Matty Wilson marks. And he'll have a crack from 45 directly in front, Mont.
Yeah, all the numbers were still deep inside 50, so really smart play from Mayfield, and then again from Bradshaw. Just took their time, found the short option, and now they're going to have a shot from about 45 out, which is just smart play rather than bombing away to all the numbers that were still deep inside from the last inside 50.
They need it. Matty Wilson from long range, got good strike on it and has nailed it! Doggies get the start they needed. A Sunjan goal of the day from Matty Wilson. He's got a couple, or Panda's telling me something else. It's a 13-point margin all of a sudden. 3 minutes gone. Dan Vaccaro, their inside 50s have been significant.
Yeah, the hot start by Wodonga, 3 inside 50s, but the efficiency they're going in the 50s. 4 marks from 3 entries, Robbie. So they're playing the field beautifully at the moment, and what a great finish there from Wodonga. And they're up and about early. Hopefully they can get a couple more and put some scoreboard pressure on Wangaratta Magpies.
Seen him kick a lot of goals from around that 45, 50 metre distance, so he certainly has the journey. Knowles clearing kick lands straight in the lap here of Matty Grossman, who's got 3 goals. He kicked it into the man on the mark. He goes back and gets it. Sharrock on the left foot sends it straight back in there. High up and under. Falls away here of Angus Baker, working so hard on defence for the Dogs. He goes out to the far side of the ground. Mathy tracking this one. Kicks down the wing. Dual stick marks. Good play once again from Wodonga.
I've liked the start to his third quarter. Dual stick, he's been really important. 3 really big contests from Dual stick.
It's a confidence play. Wants to come back inboard here, and the Dogs are going to try and chip it around. Mars' kick was a bit nervous. Finds O'Sullivan. Plays on straight away. His hand pass had a little bit too much on it for Bradshaw, and O'Sullivan socketed it off the ground like Lionel Messi. I'm not sure he even meant it. And Matty Wilson will line up for 2 in a minute 45 out.
No, he meant it, Panda. He'll tell everyone tonight he meant it anyway. So what a kick in the end. And again, just a forward in front. That's what they need to do a bit more, Wodonga. Just play that in front role and things can happen for you. And Matty Wilson, he's looked lively to start this third quarter and puts this one through. It's 2 in a row.
That was a Cameron Smith drop kick from O'Sullivan. Matty Wilson, 2 in a minute. It's there. Come on from the Dogs. Matty Wilson. He's got 3 goals now. A Sunjan goal today. All of a sudden, the margin's back to 7. 47 plays 40 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
What a start by Wodonga. They've got the game back on their terms. They're winning the territory battle. They're crashing contests. It's on the back of a hot start from Jewel. 4 inside 50s, 5 marks, so their efficiency's up and about. They've just got to keep working hard and keep the ball inside their 50, Robbie.
7 points. Would you believe it? The margin sits at half-time. The score was 47-26. It was a 21-point margin. So they've done all the attacking. Up they go. Harding plucked it out of the ruck, pumped it to half forward, inside forward 50. It tumbles. A good mark by Norton in front of Spiteri. And he relieves off half-back with a short little chipping kick. Jesus, hardly covered the damage, the distance there, I would have thought. There he goes, short again. Paddy Warner has it on this occasion. So they, to quote the words of the great Angus MacLeod, they move it methodically towards the middle part of the ground. Good handball, back to Bradshaw, he threw it.
Right.
He had no other option. It was like a Mal Meninga offload. Free kick's going to be taken there. It'll go the way of Murray Waite.
Certainly a strange operator was Mal as the Magpies go back inside forward 50. And Joe Berry all by himself has marked 35 metres out slide angle.
How good was that vision from Murray Way there, just to see Joe Berry in a heap of space and did not miss him at all, and Joe Berry will go back and have a shot on goal.
He didn't miss Mal Meninga either, our mate Blake.
No, he didn't, did he?
He's a good fella.
What do they say? So here's Joe Berry. Burst onto the scene with 4 goals on debut and 3 last week in the qualifying final. He's got a lovely left foot. He never gave this one a chance. It's fading, and I reckon it's not even registered a score for Joe Berry. So a disappointing finish. 47 plays 40. 6.5 gone on the A.T. Jones time clock. It was a nervous kick in. It's been intercepted here by Murray Waite. The Dogs holding on here. Well done by Ollie Greenhill trying to mop up the mess. Wilson tried to get out of traffic. Mathy relieves on to Andrews for the Dogs.
Yeah, that's what Ollie Greenhill's all about, wasn't it? It was put his head over the footy. It was a tricky situation. It's still a bit hot in there at the moment. They're not out of trouble yet. Ball's still inside forward 50 for Wangaratta. The Doggies did it well. They did it really well. And big pat there, Ollie Greenhill, for his effort. Dan Vaccaro for 40 wings. How are those stats looking early days, third term?
Positive starts to the third term for Wodonga. 4 inside 50s, but they're trying to count the ball inside their half, but Wangaratta have just got a little bit of a run on here.
Knowles grabbed it out of the ruck. It's a high up and under inside forward 50. Great mark there by Matt Wilson.
What a quarter.
He's kicked 3 goals. Porter almost intercepted his kick and then was almost grabbed off the ball. O'Sullivan just tried to bulldozer his way through. Porter goes in hard again. Brought down hard there by Mimo. Wortman did well, rode the bump, and Baker streams away for the Dogs. Takes one bounce, runs in the middle of the ground. It was a wobbly old kick. Spiteri's got the front, and he's won a free kick for a high against Michael Bordington. And Spiteri here will line up for goal number 2.
Yeah, I think it was Taylor Norton actually gave that one away. Bourdignon was in front of the contest, but yeah, a little bit disappointing. I think he's got a little bit high for him there. Noah Spiteri got up at the highest point, and yeah, just tried to grab for it and just a little bit over the shoulder. So Noah Spiteri will go back. As Dan said, he doesn't have to have a lot of touches, but he can influence a game.
Well picked up, Scott Montgomery, boundary side for the Newmarket. So it was Tyler Norton. And this for 3 inside the first 8 minutes in the third quarter for the Dogs. He'll kick from 45 metres. Never gave it a chance. Minor score. Just tried for a little bit of extra distance there, Noah Spiteri. I reckon he got him for 1 goal, 3.
Yeah, I
Correct.
do too.
So minor score for the Dogs. 41 plays 47. It's a straight kick, Big Mac. Third quarter for Indigo Power on O&M Live.
Well, he's had a score for every kick he's had, and he's kicked 1 goal, 3, and you know, if that's 2-2, that's what you're looking for a small forward. Already he's played his role.
Yep, certainly.
Anderson marks at half-back. Cheers, the crowd's up and about a bit now. You can hear it. The game's got a bit of buzz about it. Sharrock marks, half-back. 6-point lead to Wangaratta. It was 21 at half-time. Tyler Norton has it. He's still inside his defensive 50. Chip short. Oh, low ball taken there by White Tide Tour. True centre half back. Defends at the North Albury Sports Club end. Thumping left foot kick. Nice, marked nicely by Saunders, and Saunders goes short, and he finds Joe Berry between wing and half forward.
Plays on straight away with that left foot, chipping it down the line here, working it towards their attacking end. Grossman, who's played as a forward all day, he's played well. Kicks it inside to the pocket here. Well done and working hard in defence. Big Zach Harding. Like the look of this kid, Mont.
Yeah, he's been great today, hasn't he? He's been able to get up and jump, and he's obviously working hard to get back and help the defence as well.
He's going to be a real talent on that occasion, though. The kick wasn't great.
Has he got the better of Knowles today, Mont?
Oh, I think at the moment he's got the points.
So going inside 50, Grossman. McVeigh outstretching hands, couldn't mark. Fraser Hollandine tackled by Matt Wilson, and it's going to be balled up. A stoppage inside 50 here for the Magpies. They lead by 1 straight kick still. 47 plays 41 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Here's Robbie McKinlay for McRae Motors.
As I was saying in the bush, he'd hold the proverbial bull out for, you know what, he's a big lad, Big Harding. Here he goes, Matty Wilson. He's kicked a couple of goals and he's handballed a point almost. And in the end, Baker concedes. So he's kicked 2 goals this quarter, Matty Wilson.
His teammates were screaming at him just to run it over the line then, Baker.
Yeah, we saw an instant in that Carlton game, didn't we? Had me on my toes a bit the night, but it's a minor score. It's a rush score, Panda, and it'll be Angus Baker who leaves the 10-yard square. So give him a stat, Dan. It's a beautiful kick. He finds Ollie Greenhill at half-back. A 7-point lead to Wangaratta. 10.5 gone. Third quarter for Indigo Power.
A.T. Jones time clock. Only 2 goals in this third quarter through Matty Wilson. Oh, beautiful mark there from Noah Spiteri. He was caught too deep. And those skinny arms reached up and plucked an elite body and paint mark of the day. Nothing wrong with skinny arms. The Spiteri goes to half forward. Deneen, he's been moved forward. Wilding gets grabbed to the ground, and we're going to have a ball up. 70 out from the Dogs' goal. They've certainly come to play early stages in this third quarter. Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket.
Yeah, they have. They've been fantastic so far to start this third quarter. The Wodonga Bulldogs have been able to camp the ball up their end most of the quarter. They've got to make sure they don't concede 1 or 2 easy ones here.
Yeah, but very honest side all season, the Doggies, and that's what got them into finals in the first place. Baker, another kick. Anderson, he got a terrible bounce. Saunders tapped away at it. Kitchings there working hard. He tackles White Tide Tour. And it's going to be a boundary throw in. It generated a little bit of support for a potential free kick, but it was given the non-affirmative. So it'll be thrown back in, Panda. Odd on the 50-metre arc. The Doggies are attacking and they trail by 7 points.
So the ball's been camped on the far side here for a fair while, and the rotations have pretty much stopped here. A lot of players on the bench as Baker goes inside 50, and we've got a boundary throw in. Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Oh, Angus Baker, boys, he's been fantastic. 25 disposals for the day, 6 inside 50 for Dogs.
Rightio, so a boundary throw in, 10 metres around from the Dogs' goal, kicking to the club rooms end of Button Park. The Magpies to the Logan Road end, more doing the ruck work. Hewitt's over this football. Dogs want ball. Anderson's kick was half smothered. Is he going to sit here for Porter? It will. Did he get a hand pass to it? Or it was a nervy one if it was. Warner flicks it out here to Ellis, and he streams away for the Pies.
They'll go hard here. Oh, good defensive work by Morrison. McVeigh, though, got a body in on it, and Morrison came in. It's a good tackle. Play-on's a call. Harding pumped it to half forward. They got the little man at the front. Jet Cassidy through traffic. Weave one, weave two. Drove a chiselling ball to centre wing. Intercepted and marked there by Waitaki Tua. Inside handball was good to Moore. Back onto Norton. It's deep. They've got numbers back. Doggies, good fist by Ellis. Grossman with speed. Open goal square. Doggies get there late. Rush it through for a point. 8 points to lead. Wangaratta lead it. 13.5 gone third quarter. That's on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. And here's Panda Blake Escott.
So that was very good defensive work by the Dogs. It was desperation, Monty, and that's what we love to see in a big semi.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was desperation from Hollandine too, come across and just put a fist on it. There was another Wangaratta player inside 50 or a chance to run onto that one.
Wilding caught behind Anderson, the bigger man. Takes a mark, he goes short. The runner sort of getting in the way there for the Maggies. Ellis wants a high free kick, gets one. Just dropped the shoulder smartly, and Kitching got him a bit too high. Ellis with a nice smile there as he comes up from the contest. Wants to move it onto the booming boot of Cam Barrett. Kicks down the line over the top of his intended target. It was McVeigh. Hollandine had to apply a tackle on Greenhill, and it's going to be balled up right on the arc of 50. So only the 2 goals in this third quarter, both through Matty Wilson. We haven't had a goal now for about 9 minutes. 14 played. A.T. Jones time clock, Big Mac.
Yeah, and we won't get another boundary throw, or we will. Mayfield, he's like a tightrope walker on the boundary line. Couldn't keep it in. Be boundary throw in. Dan Vaccaro, just give me something for 40 winks, mate. Whatever you like.
Well, Baker, boys, he's 25 disposals for the day. Noel Spateri getting involved as well, 3 disposals. Josh Mayhew has also had the 4 disposals for Wodonga. So they're in for the fight in this last quarter.
Here we go. Saunders, quick kick inside forward 50. Going back hard was Andrews. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Snapped high by Grossman towards the top of the goal square. Baker sits underneath it. Gee, covers some ground. And he chips it short. He finds Noah Bradshaw, and Baker will probably get it back. He wanted it back. Bradshaw's kick's good. They're out here, the Doggies. Morrison's got a bit of room. Have a look at the closing speed. There's a push in the back. It'll sort of go downfield. Panda and Wortman's got it. Yeah, midfield.
The chase was from Paddy Warner, who certainly impacted Morrison's kick, but it worked out fortuitously anyway as Brown goes back inside 50 for the Dogs. Good fist there from Cam Barrett. Copping one high there was Bradshaw, I think.
Friendly fire.
He stayed down. Has Noah. Here's Waitaki Tua. The left foot is a nice one. Looking for Berry. He's got about 3 to beat. Grossman overruns the football. Here's Berry, who kept on running. Right place, right time. Streaming down the far side. He's taken 2 bounces. He wants to take on Angus Baker. And Angus Baker wasn't buying it at all. Berry just got a hand pass out in the nick of time. A wonderful tackle there from Baker.
The ball, boys. On off the ball.
It is certainly on off the ball. Well picked up, Scott Montgomery, boundary side for the Newy. But what about that tackle from Angus Baker? Berry got a hand pass, boundary throw, and 50 out from the Magpies goal. 49 plays 41.
Well, who knows? Just remember that. Mark that one down, Panda. About 15.5 minutes into the quarter as Baker again mops up, gets it to Wilson, on to Deneen. If Deneen's smart here, they'll go. They do. Casey Marr, he's got not much to look at. He's going to have to go backwards. He does that to Matty Wilson. Wilson ran around Waite. Good pressure by the Magpies. Will force a turnover. Harry Hewitt was good. On to Waitaki Tua. Got it back to Ellis. Released it back to Hewitt. Hewitt's kick towards half forward. Good grab. Dan Sharrock. He marks 55 out. I think he's too far out to score. He goes short, inside forward 50. Monty, you explain what happened there.
Just way too smart, Dan Sharrock. Just waited and waited, and I think there's a bit of eye contact with him and Matty Grossman, and before Grossman even led, just kicked it into the advantage of him, and he come at the footy and takes the mark about 45 out, and we're nearly back in from here.
He's kicked 3 already, Matty Grossman. He'll kick it from right on 50. Bang, off the boot. He's got the journey. He's got the length. He has! Sensational long-range goal from Matt Grossman. Magpies lead by 14. Grossman's got 4. And 17.5 minutes have gone in the third quarter for Indigo Power. And that was a massive goal, Monty. You described how it was set up, but the finish was exquisite for a Sunjan goal of the day.
Yeah, even the lead-up play, the pressure that Wangaratta applied to the Wodonga defence there just did not let them out easy, and they had nothing to go to. And then Dan Sharrock with that beautiful kick into Grossman there, just that little bit of eye contact, I reckon. Kicked the footy before Grossman had even led, and Grossi just showing his class, complaining around the ground.
Dan Sharrock's numbers, please. Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Dan Sharrock has had 14 disposals, but his ball use has just been exquisite.
So he's been a little bit quiet in this third quarter, but certainly for his lofty standards, but his ball use just sets him apart from the rest. Probably the best kick in it. So the ball's still in the middle of the ground here. Oh, working hard at ground level was Matt Wilson. Tumbles one to half forward. Good bravery there from Tyler Norton for the Wang Magpies. Marks at half back, goes short. Here to Harry Hewitt. He's been pretty good today, uses the ball well. They're out here on centre wing. Murray Wade in space. He's got Ellis in front of him. In fact, it's Hollandine. I apologise as he goes inside forward. 50 more. Out the back. Too strong for Charlie Morrison. Or is it touched? There's ultimate confusion here. So two umpires are talking amongst each other, and Cal Moore, Monty has marked in the end. 15 metres out on a slight angle.
He has. Fraser Hollandine's very lucky he took that mark because he had McVeigh in the pocket with no one around him. He would have rolled into an open goal. So very lucky that Kelmore was too strong in that contest and took a strong mark.
So a bit of confusion here whether he marked it or not, but Kelmore 15 metres out, slight angle, comes in and makes no mistake. The Magpies have kicked two in a row through Grossman and Kelmore. That is his first goal of the day, and it's come at about the halfway mark of the third quarter for Indigo Power, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, it has, and what a finish there by Moore. He's a great player, and he's starting to have his say on this game. But Wodonga have been so brave this quarter. 8 inside 50s to 11 now, Wangaratta, so just starting to get the better of them. But let's see what the last quarter has in store.
Mont, it just seems though Wodonga's effort they're putting in is as good and matches Wangaratta, but they don't cap it off as well as Wang do.
Yeah, I think where the big fall down today for Wodonga has been their half-forward line. They just haven't had options, and even that goal that Grossman kicked before, they just had no one lead up at the footy, so they go backwards, and Wang were able to just apply pressure and turn the footy over, and again, same again. They just have that half-forward, bit of a gulf there at the moment. They need to find someone who's going to be that lead-up target to at least give them a down-the-line kick. So
the official crowd here today at Bunton Park from Kane Arandarticus, 2,219, and that backs up a crowd yesterday of 2,217. So over 4.5 coming into the gates. Big Mac.
All right, Knowlesy did it well, reefed it out of the guts, gave it to Sharrock, kicks it into half forward. Wortman was good, attacked the ball, got on the segment, got tackled low. Oh, he might have been a bit stiff there. Danny Wortman, but it's going to be balled up. You know, Panda, if you were watching O&M footy 40 years ago to the day, first semi-final, you were watching Gary Ablett Sr. turn on an absolute clinic against the Hoppers.
Well, there you go. A Big Matt stat. I like it. McVeigh just trying to fight off a few there. He's been pinged holding the ball.
Good call. Good call.
I think he had it for long enough.
Righto. Oh, Driscoll just slipped over on centre wing from the kick. And the Magpies win it back. Murray Waite kicks to space, or Hollandine leapt from behind, and he's given away a free kick. It's going to go the way of Mitch Deneen for the Wodonga Bulldogs in his own defensive 50. 61 plays 41. 20-point margin. 21 played on the A.T. Jones time clock in this third quarter. So the Dogs need the next. Angus Baker coming up for his Watts disposal. We'll get back to you, Dan, because his kick made hard work here for Charlie Morrison, and the Magpies swoop. Cal Moore, his inside 50 attempted entry was smothered. Matty Wilson just sells a bit of candy around Grossman. Finds a teammate short. It's Noah Bradshaw. Angus Baker now, Dan Vaccaro.
28 disposals for Angus Baker.
And what about Noah Bradshaw, mate?
I'm not doing Noah.
Thank you very much. Drives it long to half forward. They go high over the back. This might be a chance. Norton was good. Showed courage. Stayed over the foot. He went back for another crack at it, did Norton. He might be in trouble now.
Yep.
No, he's gone the other way.
That'll
disappoint the locals.
I thought the tackle might have been maybe the other end of the body. Anyway,
I tell you what, give him credit. He put his head over the footy on 2 or 3 occasions, and you could not say he didn't earn that free kick, Panda Bear.
Certainly
if you just
not.
joined us, it's a 20-point lead to Wangaratta. 22 minutes and 22 seconds have gone in the third quarter.
Shout out to Richie Benno.
Yeah, and why wouldn't Kane Arandarticus call out those crowd figures? 2,219 and 2,217. Add 3 or 4 on and make it 2,222.
Yeah, no,
surely.
I don't mind it, Big Mac.
I'll give you a
don't mind
tip.
your logical thinking.
I'll give you a tip. When Gary Ablett was playing, there was more than that down there at the showgrounds too.
Inside forward 50 for the Dogs and no one there. Tyler Norton played a sparkling sort of last few minutes. in defence. McVeigh has it, half back, far side. Game in a holding pattern at the minute. 61 plays 41. The Magpies lead. Kick the last two through Grossman and Moore. So McVeigh hugs the boundary line. All Dogs, Jack O'Sullivan. Proved himself as a pretty good interceptor this year, Monty. Comes aggressively in the middle of the ground. Wilson marks just on O'Sullivan, Mont.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Boy from Macquarie, hasn't he? He's been unreal. Just a wall down back with Charlie Morrison.
So Greenhill has it. They tried to switch the footy here, the Dogs. And now Marr has it in the middle of the ground. He's got an option short. Magpies getting lots of numbers back into defence. Wilson sends a high one inside 50. Jet Cassidy couldn't mark. Spiteri's dangerous in these positions. Tried to keep it low, but it was smothered as the Magpies just punch it over the boundary line. Play the safe option. It'll get thrown back in. 23 minutes gone, A.T. Jones time clock. 15 around from the Dogs' goal. They trail by 20.
Now, Dan, I know you've got a new stat you're introducing. I'm going to get you. Tell us how long these quarters have been going today. We'll get you shortly. There's a whistle, free kick. Oh, this is going to go the way of the Doggies. Mont, what'd you spot?
Yeah, he's played a shepherd, but yeah, I don't know.
Is that a bit of a shallow boundary throw in?
Yeah.
So it's going to go the way of Driscoll.
Yeah, big Mick Driscoll was a very good young fast bowler in his youth. And it was a bit disappointing.
Looks like
footy.
a wiry fast bowler, doesn't he?
So from the on Creek, he'll have a shot on it. This is a big kick.
Massive.
24 minutes gone. Dan, what have the quarters been going?
27:20 and 27:40 quarter time and half time.
I love your
You're
work,
saying
Dan.
there's only a couple of minutes left, Big Mac.
Could be a couple. Driscoll comes in. Oh, he's
Has to
pushed
finish
it.
that, Driscoll.
He's pushed it for a minor score. 19 points. Wangaratta to lead Wodonga. 24 and a half minutes gone, third quarter. And that's on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. And if you want inspiration, you're going to get it now. Here he is, Blake Escott.
Oh, thank you for the kind words, Big Mac.
Don't let me down.
I'll try my best. As the Magpies bring it back in, O'Sullivan flew high. McVeigh had the front. Wide tied to it with a shifty little hand pass to Sharrock, who just dribbles it on the boot down the wing. Good bounce favouring Berry. Grossman did well. He can run onto it here, Grossman. Yep, Berry. Oh, slips catch. A diving catch from Grossman.
Mark Waugh.
That was brilliant. He's got it 50 out. He's kicked 4, has Matty Grossman. He's played a brilliant game. Kicks to the hot spot. A beautiful kick. And Fraser Ellis out in front will mark 20 metres out directly in front.
Just the weight put on that kick was absolutely first class from Matty Grossman. He's shown, wound back the clock a little bit today and shown everyone how good he could be as a forward, let alone a key defender like he has been for so many years.
So are you playing him forward now, Monty, for the rest of the final series?
Absolutely. There's no way he's making him be moving anywhere else.
Alrighty, so the defenders turn to forward and Grossman. He's kicking goals and he's setting him up. The siren's gone at three-quarter time. Said make it hard for the Dogs. Fraser Ellis to extend the margin to 25. It's a Sunjan goal today. The Magpies are up and about. A wonderful finish to the third term for Inspirations Paint. The margin is out now to 27 points at three-quarter time. It'll take a big effort for the Dogs. Let's see whether they have it in them. O&M Live action on 2AY, 3&E and O&M Optus TV. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury-Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Live, we're here at Button Park, first semi-final day, and it's the Wangaratta Magpies 10-7-67 leading the Wodonga Bulldogs 5-12-42. The Bulldogs came at them hard at the start of that quarter. They kicked 2 goals from Matty Wilson in the first 5 minutes. They got to the margin to 7 points, Dan Vaccaro, but after that, Grossman, Moore and Ellis were kicking goals, and that brought about the 25-point lead. What do the stats say on 40 Winks?
Yeah, just the stats tell you that the better team are winning at the moment. Wodonga have been fantastic all day. Their fighting endeavour has been there. Wangaratta are just a little bit more polished. 29 inside 50s for Wodonga. Wangaratta 37. It's been the big ball winners for Wodonga that have been really good, and keeping them relatively in the contest for a bit of the game was Angus Baker. He's had 28 disposals in 3 quarters of footy. He's an unbelievable footballer. Matt Wilson was the Optus quarter's best for Wodonga. He had 9 disposals and kicked 2. And for Wangaratta, I thought Matt Grossman, he had 5 disposals and kicked 1 goal there on the siren. He was fantastic, Robbie.
Beautifully done there, Dan Vaccaro for 40 Winks. Scotty Montgomery for the Newmarket Hotel is down there. He's amongst the people, and that's what I love about Scotty Montgomery. You're down there, mate. You've listened to the coaches. You've had a chat to a few chicks. What do you got for us?
That's how I roll, Robbie. Like, you know, what else can I do? But I had a good listen to JT, actually, and he was very big on that third quarter. They went away from moving the ball off the line. Just went down the line a little bit too much. Got to find that 45 kick a little bit more. And if they do that, they can open the game up. And just be aware that at some stage in this quarter, Wangaratta will want to go long down the line a fair bit just to try and kill clock. So don't let them do that. Make sure they defend that really well.
That's what you get at the People's Venue, Button Park, don't you?
Yeah, and that's
Robbie?
what it encourages that type of community involvement. And
what are you laughing at, Dan?
No, mate, just you.
How'd the netball go there, Dan? Quickly, you were over there watching the C-grade netball, were you?
I was, yes. It was a tight game. All the netball games this whole weekend have been wonderful. Tight, close, what you like to see in the big finals.
Any chance of a result?
In terms of...
So
the Myrtleford are playing the Wang Magpies.
Game's not over yet.
Minute. No, the game is not over yet.
The score?
So the Myrtleford are up by 2 goals. I was watching then, Robbie.
Cheerio to all our Myrtleford listeners. They'll enjoy that.
They will indeed.
God,
you want as many teams, you know, in the finals as you can, don't you, Robbie? 4th quarter for Mac Jack Sheds. Let's see what the Dogs got. The Magpies leading by 25 points at three-quarter time. We're underway. Going in hard there was Kitching for the Dogs. Big high one. Comes just forward to centre here for the Wodonga Bulldogs. Jorgensen's over this football. Sharrock has been wrapped up in a big, strong tackle there by Matty Wilson.
Quiet for his stands today, Jorgensen. Hasn't been really able to get into the game. 6 disposals for him.
Yeah, I reckon the Magpies would have done just a little bit of homework on him. Sharrock hand passing to Porter, who got a high one from Matt Wilson there. Dane Porter goes out wide, just over the head of Berry. Look at the one-handed hand pass from Joe Berry. It was a great tackle, though, by the Dogs defender. And here's Ainsworth, sweeping left foot kick to half forward. O'Sullivan looks like he might have been swung into attack. I don't mind it. Kicks to half forward. Here's the dual stick. Too far out to score, chipping in towards Wilson. And Matty Wilson has marked probably 40 metres out at a pretty tight angle in front of the scoreboard. He's going to kick to the Logan Road end of the ground. He's lining up for goal number 4, Mont.
Just that ball movement there was so much better than what we saw from Wodonga in the third quarter. Got out in the space and then a nice little chip kick over to Matty Wilson, who's worked really hard today. He's been one of Wodonga's best, I feel.
So this is a tight kick up against the boundary here from Matty Wilson. Drop punt on the way. It's going to land a little bit short. I think Barrett tried to punch it through. Ball still in play here. Jorgensen trying to spin out of a Tyler Norton tackle. And the Magpies just jam it on the boot here. Fills the way of Ainsworth. Wilson's tracking this one back. In the end, the boundary line wins out far side. 70 around from the Dogs' goal. 67 plays 42. Here's the Big Mac for McRae Motors.
Yeah, it just had a bit too much pepper on it, didn't it, for young Ainsworth? But again, that they defended it beautifully, went great. I think Barrett got the fist and some good operators down there. Dylan Van Berlo. They've been good, that back six. Knowles wrestling. And someone's going to have to get away a free kick here. And it's going to go the way of Harding against Big Knowlesy. I haven't said it yet today, Panda. Oh, good on young fella. He played on, ran inside, forward 50, put up a high ball in the 10-yard square, and Dylan Van Berlo, he picks those off for fun. He's marked 2 metres out from his own goal line, and he hits a beautiful pass to a premiership teammate of his in Dane Porter, and kicks along to Waitai Tua.
How about the confidence of Big Harding, Mont? I love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. He probably could have kept going too if that play didn't come in from the side, because I reckon you saw the eyes lit up a little bit.
He's got some serious talent, does that boy. Mathy got his hands free. Here's Baker out to Wilson. Into the pocket once again for the Dogs, so they're doing a bit of attacking. Common theme of the game. They've owned early parts of quarters. There's a free kick here. It's a high tackle.
No, he's pinging for holding the footy, boys.
Wow. What?
Yeah, I thought he handballed that. I don't know.
I didn't think he even had the ball for a second. Okay, anyway, it's a free kick here to the Dogs. It's Noah Spiteri. He's allowed to just run to 50 and launch one, Noah Spiteri, and get the Dogs going. In this last term, a Sunjan goal of the day from Noah Spiteri. Read the play beautifully. He's got number 2, and the margin's back to 19 points. Scott Montgomery, boundary side for the Newey.
Yeah, what a finish. As we've spoken about many times today, Noah Spiteri doesn't have to have a lot of the footy, but he can have an impact. That's his second goal, and he's had 5 shots at goal today. So that's what you want from your mid-sized forwards.
Geez, I'll tell you what, Robbie, the crowd just lifted up a little bit there. The first opening score from Wodonga has made it really interesting. Noah Spiteri, as I said, I feel like he's done a really good job today. If his kicking boots were on, he'd be one of the better players. He's been playing really good up forward.
Yeah, I liked his game, though. From every opportunity he's had, he's either scored or he's had an involvement. And he's got rewarded for a really good tackle. He got it for incorrect disposal, which means he forced the error. Up we go. Harding went high. Knowles stayed lower. Good work by Ainsworth. Come off his wing. Handball to Bradshaw. Back to Mathy. Couple of young guns. Couple of real Wodonga names there. Dual stick. He shimmied one way. He shimmied back the other. He got himself in a bit of trouble. Sharrock was there. Didn't get a lot on the ball. And umpire Ash Broughton, who was overseeing everything there, says, give it to me, fellas. You're balled up between wing and half forward. Wangaratta lead the Doggies by 19 points. We haven't gone long. We're only gone about 4 minutes into last term. Another goal here to the Doggies would be very interesting, Panda.
Porter trying to fend off a dog there. Able to get a hand pass away. There's a ball camped on the far side of the ground here. And we're going to have a boundary throw in. True centre wing of Button Park. So we've played around 4 and a bit minutes on the A.T. Jones time clock in this last term for Mac Jack Sheds as we go to Dan Vaccaro on our 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, great start for Wodonga. They're up for this last quarter for sure. 2 early inside 50s. Mayfield, Wilson and Jorgensen getting their hands on the footy early this quarter.
The boundary throw in. Sharrock working hard at ground level. Anderson tracking this one, and the boundary line is the friend once again. So 5 and a bit gone. 67 plays 48. They'd love the next, wouldn't they, the Dogs?
Yep.
They'd be up and about.
Once you get under 20, Panda, you've got something to work with. They can get it, narrow it down, another goal on the point. All of a sudden, it's a 2-goal game. Good throw in, high ball. I love this duel between Harding and Knowles today. Here's a chance here for Harrison Hewitt. Tumbles a ball long, and Wilson with superb judgment and a good deal of courage too. Took a good mark, kicks it in the middle of the ground. Jorgensen stretched as far as he could. Oh! He kicked it to the other 22, which is Murray Wade. Driscoll's got to be good here. High floating ball, well done. Mick Driscoll took a real tough mark there, under a lot of pressure. Doggy's out of trouble, and Wilson has it at half back. Wangaratta lead by 19, 6 minutes gone last term for Mac Jack Sheds.
A couple of nervy sort of boxes and benches down on the boundary at the moment. Scott Montgomery.
It is Geordie Taylor down here. He's trying to really get his troops going. He's yelling a lot of advice from the sidelines, whereas Benny Reed's just been very quiet and just very calculated up in the box.
So Greenhill goes short to Dan Wortman.
Emotion, Panda.
Yep, we love it. It's what's great about our game.
You saw it Friday night.
Unfortunately, as Wortman goes short here to Wilson, just racking up the 40 wings disposals. That is a brilliant kick. Finds Jewell at half forward. He has space. It's Ainsworth running out in front of him on the far side. He marks. He plays on Cohen Ainsworth. Steadies and misses everything. Out on the full. It was a beautifully weighted kick from the Jewell stick. A real chance there to breathe some life into it for the Dogs. And he didn't register a score. 67 plays 48. 6.5 gone, A.T. Jones time clock. That's on the Border Carpet scoreboard. Scott Montgomery, boundary side for the Newey.
As you said, it was a great kick from the Jewell stick, and it was a great decision, I feel, by Ainsworth to just keep going, but just had to be a little bit better and hit the scoreboard.
Oh, I love it, Monty. Yeah, I mean, what they did was great. Geordie Taylor was wrapped with it. That's the sort of footy they're going to have to do. They have to take it on. Van Burlow, meanwhile, took a good grab, and just a clever kick, beautifully weighted. Found Tyler Norton. He looks up. Mayfield corralled him. They go at him. Good turnover. That's pressure. That's caused a turnover. Liam Andrews has ball in hand. Kick's not good, though. Ellis has it. Centre wing. 1-on-1. Good work, Bradshaw. He's pulled it in. Umpire Poole says, give it to me, boys. Centre wing. You can feel the passion that's here. 7.5 minutes gone. Wangaratta lead by 19.
Yeah, both benches up and about. Great noise through our effects mic as well on O&M Live. 2AY, 3&E, O&M Optus TV. Hope you're enjoying the action for McRae Motors. Mayfield head over the pill. The Jewell stick fending off. He just hand passed it to Sharrock. His left foot kick went the way of Harding. It just bounced off his big chest. And in the end, a boundary throw in awaits us. True centre wing of Button Park. 67 plays 48. It's a 19-point lead to Wangaratta. Dan Vaccaro, 40 wings.
Matt Wilson, boys. He's just quietly being best on ground at the moment. He is dominating this outfit.
There we go. Vaccaro's given his award out a bit early.
20 disposals, 3 goals.
Anderson tracks him. Jorgensen stays over. Anderson was clever. He showed great diplomacy there, the way he tackled. Hey, Mont, tell us about Jack O'Sullivan. Looks like, as Panda said, he's gone forward a bit more.
Yeah, playing in centre half forward. Him and Jewell stick are playing across that half forward line, as we spoke about in the third quarter. They just had a big gulf in between their half forward and half back line.
Wilson, playing some sort of game. A low ball. Harding shovels it somehow. Driscoll, low to the ground, couldn't gather it. McVeigh intercepted. Driscoll tackled. McVeigh got a hurried kick. Grossman flew high. Ball come to ground. Brilliant work by Hollandine. High up and under. White Tie Tua sits underneath it. Takes the mark. 50 out from gold. Thought about more. Goes long. Grossman in the gold square. Yes, no. Ball came out, well done there. Mitch Deneen somehow got a fist on it, and it's going to be balled up 1 metre out from the Wangaratta goal. They lead by 19. It's hotting up here at Bunton Park.
It certainly is. 4th term for Mac Jack Sheds. So Spiteri with the only goal in this last quarter at the 3rd minute mark. Margin at 19. So the Dogs need one reasonably quick here. Deneen just hoifs it out of there. Was it a push against Saunders? No.
Ooh.
Umpire said no. And Luke Saunders marks for the Magpies, 55 from home.
Vaccaro said yes.
That's a push in the back every day of the week.
Vaccaro's not umpiring.
No.
As Luke
Luckily.
Saunders runs to 55, kicks to the goal square, Moore! All alone in the end, gets to the front, and this had hurt. He'll go back 15 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, Saundy just come up the ground there, Luke Saunders, and took a really good mark. And good, just Kel Moore. If you just get it in his space, he's 9 times out of 10 going to tell you a bit too strong for his opponent. And he was there, and he needs to make sure he kicks this one. As we've spoken about, this distance is the one that worries him a little bit. So he needs to kick this one just to get a bit of momentum back Wangaratta's way.
So Kel Moore for his second goal in the second half to extend the margin out to 25. He makes no mistake. Big players do big things, and Kel Moore kicks the Magpies 11th, 11-7-73. The Dogs 48 on the Border Carpet scoreboard. Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Yeah, dagger in the heart there by Callum Moore. What a finish. And he's been reasonably well held today, but he's popped up in important moments. So 4 inside 50s now for Wangaratta, and it's 1 nail in the coffin maybe, I reckon.
Jeez, you've gone flat.
Jeez,
You've gone very
flat as I've heard.
Flat as a tack.
That's like Ander in a North Aubrey game.
Mate, I can tell you, not even I'd be that flat.
Jeez, he's flat. Tell you what, Penny. It's
Talk
like
about
you had a
letting the air
knee
out
in
of
the
the
old
ball.
Jets
Jeez.
crackers. He's
Unlike
just-
you, Mont, I support one club, but not being at 14.
Look at the drop punt from
Where's
Ash
your
Broughton.
membership, Vax?
How about the
What
drop punt
membership
from
you
Ash
got?
Broughton, boys?
I wouldn't have any if it wasn't for Panda.
They've got
I'm
a
not
new
sure how
footy.
this has turned around on me.
Here we go, back in the middle. Knowles, been terrific today. Kicks the ball inside forward, 50. They've got numbers. Matty Wilson over the ball, but he's been beset upon. And it's going to be a ball up, 45 out from the Wang goal. Near that Calmore goal, Panda, it was just like copping the knee in the you-know-where, one that just sinks you to the ground.
hurts.
We see how it flattened down for Caro. It's just knocked him for 6, the poor young man. Here they're going to attack again. White Tide too, he's been good. Came into the game today because Michael Newton was out. Baker with a rugby union dish off as a scrum half. They take it through the middle of the ground. They're going to be bold. Matty Wilson will do that. He'll kick it to half forward. Panda, they need one here.
They do indeed. Sliding in and taking a nice mark here was Kitching. Inside the centre square. Oh, Jet Cassidy, you heard it down below. The bench called for it, and Jet Cassidy just outstretching hands, takes a mark 45 metres out directly in front for the Dogs.
Yeah, pat on the back goes to Matty Wilson there. How good was he? Broke through 2 or 3 tackles, found Harry Kitchings, then a great kick from Harry Kitchings. And this guy, Robbie, I can see why you love him so much.
Yeah.
He's an absolute ripper, and I reckon he could be an absolute superstar in the years to come.
Matty Wilson is having some quarter, single-handedly trying to will the Dogs over the line here. So Jet Cassidy simply must kick this goal for the Dogs, and he does. Sneaks it home. Margin back to 19. 7-12, 54. The Magpies 11-7, 73. The margin's back to 19. A calm finish there from Jet Cassidy.
Yeah, really good finish by Jet, and Robbie's favourite man. He's been good today. His hands are exquisite for such a young, wiry sort of lad, but he has been fantastic. Matt Wilson now up to the 21 disposals, 3 goals. He has been amazing for Wodonga today.
Well, they're still in it. 13.5, just over 13 minutes gone on the A.T. Jones time clock. You know one thing, they will not throw in the towel here, the Doggies. They have a crack for the whole game. It's still game on here. They got the quick reply. Around about 15 minutes left in the game. Up it goes. Harding went high. Knowles' timing was better. Hurry kick to half forward was touched. Grossman got it. Fed it back now. Harry Hewitt. Big kick. Underneath it, Holland Dean. Can't get it. They defend well. Wortman dived over the footy. And he's locked it down, and they're going to have a ball up. 30 out from the Wangaratta goal, who lead 73-54. And this one's for Mac Jack Sheds. Phil Packer and the boys. Go the Blues, Packs.
Yeah, none of that, Robbie.
Sorry, Panda.
But that's okay. Border Carpet scoreboard. 73 plays 54. Camped inside the Magpies attack. Grossman for 5. Got a quick snap away, but Morrison marked it on the goal line.
That was clever.
Doing a little bit of umpiring there as well, saying, where's my 9 metres? His kick over the head of all players. Jorgensen out the back might run onto this one, able to get around one, and his hand passes to space right out in front of Kitching. Will the ball sit for him? Marjanovic just pushed him off the ball. Cassidy runs into a wall. It was a Dan Sharrock wall, and he's caught holding the ball. An elite body and play play of the day from Dan Sharrock. wins the free kick for the Magpies on centre wing. 73 plays 54, Scott Montgomery.
Pat on the back to Braden Jarmanovic there too.
Yeah.
He come from about 100 metres away and had 3 or 4 contests and was involved in that tackle with Dan Sharrock as well. Pat on the back, Braden.
Sharrock under pressure, kicks it long, sitting underneath. Driscoll come from a long way back. Got a fist, and he might have hurt O'Sullivan here.
It's a free kick for 2 high to Knowles, boys.
I reckon Knowles has been fantastic today, boys. Yep, been brilliant. Here we go, off half back. Thumping kick by Ryan Batten. They bring it to the ground. Doggies, Liam Andrews, quick hands to Baker. Baker looked one way, went back the other. Gave it back to Cade Brown. They're going to switch the play now. Marked by Driscoll. Chips it to Casey Marr. Magpies defend well, they panda, and there's not a lot of options. 19-point lead to Wangaratta, just over 15 minutes gone. Kick in the middle of the ground is okay.
Yeah, Cade Brown marks and he plays on straight away. All or nothing a little bit here for the Dogs. Good defensive fist there by Saunders. We've got a boundary throw in. Just didn't attack just a little bit here for Wodonga. Broadcast side, they need one pretty quick because we played 15 minutes on the A.T. Jones time clock. The margin still sits at 11-7-73 to the Dogs 7-12-54. The Magpies by 19. Toss back in. The dual stick doing a bit of ruck work. Hand pass had too much on it here for Wilson. Anderson taps it to the advantage of Waite. Over this football, Wilson goes again, wants a free for a hold. Yep. That was as he kicked it. That was as the whistle went from Sharrock there. They wanted 50. So Matt Wilson with a free kick. They must kick one in the next minute or so, Big Mac.
Yeah, they're going to load it up. They do it from half back. Ollie Greenhill, long ball. Spiteri at the front. Couldn't hold it in. Kitching tracked it, tackled Hollandine. And it's going to be a ball up.
Oscar Wilding hasn't got up, boys. He's been down since that marking contest.
Yeah, he looks winded. Hopefully that's all it is. I reckon Mont. He looks like a half-open pocket knife at the moment. The young fella got up. Kitching was there again. Geez, a lot of players around the ball. If you're listening at home or out on the weir, it's a 19-point lead to Wangaratta. Moore got the tap, or in your back shed. Mayfie hunts up his own kick. Play on was a call. Jorgensen got one high. Oh, no, they say.
Dropped.
It's going to be balled up. 25 out from the Doggies' goal. They are attacking. They trail by 19. 17 minutes gone last quarter.
They need to snap one from this stoppage here. Toss back up. Moore doing the ruck work. Here's Angus Baker. He's got Jorgensen for him. The hand pass just missed him. Waitai 2 are working hard. Sharrock trying to get around a couple boundary throw in.
He's been good, Waitai.
Yep, since he's come in. Of course, as you said before, Michael Newton, the laid out. Dan Vaccaro, what have you got for us, 40 Wings?
Yeah, Wodonga, they're still trying 6 inside 50s to Wangaratta 7 at the moment. Matt Wilson, 7 disposals this quarter, 22 and 3 goals. And Angus Baker, 5 disposals on the 40 Wing stat sheet.
Toss back in here. Anderson ekes out a kick. Waitai 2 of that man again on cue. And here is Murray Waite marking on the far side. Then Monty, they're just able to soak a few minutes here. The Magpies, I guess they're taking a bit of time off the clock here.
Yeah, absolutely are. And that mark outside of their defensive kicky, scrappy kicks is something they've been a bit better than Wodonga all day.
Grossman, he's playing like Wayne Carey at centre forward today. He took a great chest mark, too far out to score. Keep an eye on Fraser Ellis deep. Grossman comes across the ground with a beautiful pass to Cam Barrett. Good umpiring. Common sense umpiring in a situation. He weighed all things up, Pander, and said, nope. That's a mark. Now it goes wide. Here's Cal Moore. He might load up from here. Cal Moore from 70 goes long. It'll hit the top of the goal square. Ellis from behind couldn't take it. Kick off the ground by Holland Dean out towards the boundary line. Morrison's there. He keeps the ball in. They've got to really run it from here. Ollie Greenhill was there. It was Mayfield. Through traffic, Grossman tackled, shoveled the ball towards Waite. Good pressure, both sides having a crack here. They still play on. Here comes Ainsworth, out of traffic. They're going to have to really push hard from there. They can't keep it in. Wilson was involved. Fantastic footy. They're having a crack both sides. It's a 19-point lead to Wangaratta. 19 minutes gone last term.
We're doing this one for Mac Jack Sheds. So a preliminary final awaits the winner here. So much to play for. Yarrawonga are already through to the big dance in a fortnight's time. And Albury will await the winner here at Birrelea Park next week. Nothing like finals time in the O&M.
Bradshaw's cramping.
He is. 73-54. Magpies by 19 on the border carpet scoreboard. There's a whistle here. It's a free kick for a high one. And it's going the way of Luke Saunders. Far side. He's on the wing. More precious seconds and minutes. Getting wasted here for the Magpies. They're doing this cleverly here. It's taking time off the clock. Waite sits this one into the pocket. Out the back, Hollandine was caught behind McVeigh. Quick snap. It's an open goal square and it hits the post. And another stoppage. It's inside attack here for the Wangaratta Magpies. They lead by 19 on the Border Carpet scoreboard. And as we said, Monty, they're just taking time off this clock.
Absolutely. They'll be happy for repeat stoppage after repeat stoppage for the last 7 or 8 minutes here. Watch Kelmore take this one straight out of the ruck, I reckon.
Can't give one up here, the Doggies. They're 19 points down. A goal here would be very awkward. Well done, Ainsworth. He dished the ball back to Baker. Baker comes through the middle part of the defence, finds Wharton. Now, got a bit of room here. Spiteri's got to go. He does. Pretty good with the footy normally. Chipping ball was beautiful. Got it on to Mimo. Open run here. Wilding needs a good bounce. Doesn't get it yet. Boarding on tracks him. Wilding goes at it. Boarding on sticks with him. Still with Wilding. Boarding on. Support from Van Berlo was fantastic. Great closing speed. And it's going to be balled up 20 metres out from Wodonga Gold. They trail by 19. They need one now.
They just needed one from that entry there. It was a complete open 50. Bordenon did terrifically. Wilding just didn't get the right bounce. And another stoppage inside 50 here for the Dogs. 73 plays 54. They trail by 19. They need something magical here, and Moore just punches this one through here.
Hit the post.
It did hit the post, so he tried to punch that through for a point. And it's hit the point post in the end.
If Geordie Taylor's asking for them to open it up, let him kick it. Let him clear it.
He is. You hear Geordie yell all day on our FX mic. Brilliant stuff. So passionate. Porter, did he grab one high? No. Barrett flicked it out here to Anderson. They come to the broadcast side. Dan Sharrock sits under this footy. He's been fantastic once again today. Dan Sharrock uses the ball so well, and he spots up Marjanovic at half-back. The Magpies holding on here by 19. Big Mac, it looks like they've done enough.
Yeah, hey, Mont, what about a kick from Mark Anderson? You just can't underestimate how good that was.
No, absolutely. It's the one area they've been so much better than the Wodonga today. Just finding those targets when they need to get out of defensive 50.
Sharrock to centre wing, big pack, here it's chance. Hollandine, clever, great smother. Excellent work from Ollie Greenhill. Marjanovic, hurry kick into the half forward. Defensive work from Wortman was good. That's what he does well. He plays real close, real tight, and he's punched it out over the boundary line. But they're just not leaking goals here. They're not getting scoring options here, Wodonga. They still trail by 19. It's been like that for the last 10 minutes, Dan Vaccaro.
They have. It's been really professional by Wang. They've just stopped their scoring and now able to get it in the 50.
So Casey Marr,
barrel.
big torpedo barrel, if you don't mind. Jet Cassidy puts those Dukes up once again. This time not able to mark. He was great at ground level. Tried to get past Luke.
the time off the clock. 24 and a half minutes gone. And it's going to be thrown in. Forward pocket. Doggies in defence. They need to Mayfield track at White Tide Tour. Got the footy. Been good, the young man. Back to Saunders. Inside ball now to Hewitt. Back to White Tide Tour. Penetrating kick into half forward. Here comes young Ainsworth with Kitching. Got it back to Wortman. They have to hurry this one. Here's a chance for Driscoll. You got to go, Mick. He goes wide. He finds Cade Brown. Centre wing. Wang lead by 18.
73-55. 25 minutes gone. A.T. Jones time clock. Seems a bit too much, this task here now for Wodonga. And it looks like Albury will meet Wang again in a prelim next week. Hewitt calmly on the far side. Kicks to the far wing. It's McVeigh. And the siren goes. And the Wangaratta Magpies will meet Albury in a preliminary final next week at Birrelea Park. The Dogs were so brave. They've enjoyed a wonderful season. But in the end, the Magpies' experience prevails at Button Park. 11-7-73. Over the Wodonga Bulldogs, 7-13-55. O&M Live footy at its best on 2AY 3&E and O&M Optus TV. Robin McKinlay.
Yeah, really enjoyed that game, Panda. I just thought the effort from both sides. It doesn't look that high scoring, but the ball pinged from half-back to half-back. Even that last quarter example, Wang only had one scoring shot. They kicked the one goal from Cal Moore from a great mark. Wodonga kicked 2 goals, 1. But the defence from both sides was just sensational. A really good first semi-final, mate. Wodonga, absolutely brave. They're fantastic. They played like they've played all year. And that's why they played finals, and that's why they won a final. They've done a really good job. They've made progress this year. Into a finals, win a final. And Wangaratta, well, who knows? They've got plenty of experience there. They'll go and take on Albury in the preliminary final next week with the winner to take on Yarrawonga.
In the big dance. It's going to be hard choosing our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, I reckon.
Yeah,
So
Matty Wilson's second half was good for
If
Wodonga.
Wodonga win that game, he certainly is our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. Could be Dan Sharrock. It could be big Matty Grossman. Here we go. He's going to hold the Anytime Fitness sign. I'm sure he's going to love this one, Grossi. He's having a bit of a chuckle. He's down there with Monty.
Yeah, boys, Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, Matty Grossman. Throwing forward, mate. What's going on there? He could have been a leading goal here at some stage while you went today.
Yeah, mate, I had no idea what happened there when Reedy said you're going forward, but I had a bit of help from Callan Leaf and Juice just on the bench giving me sort of step-by-step instructions, so a bit of credit to them as well.
And the way Wodonga played, they really brought it to you early on, and you guys were able to stick at it, and then you're able to break away in that second and third quarter especially.
Yeah, I said to a couple of Wodonga boys there, they had a fantastic year and they've probably come from down the bottom of the pack and really, wouldn't say overachieved, but they've just got a great coach, they've got a great system and really wish the best for them because they're building a really good model.
And your finals experience, mate, gets another game next week. Just keep rolling along with it.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it. Like I say, before each game, I said it's the best 2 hours of the week playing with these boys. And for me, coming from Melbourne, it's a bloody big slog. Work tomorrow and back down tonight, but I'll keep doing it as long as these guys are here.
Well, mate, well done. Anytime Fitness Player today. Go and enjoy it. Well done. Good luck next week.
Good on you. Thank you.
There we go. That was Scott Montgomery down boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel, chatting to Matt Grossman. We know Matt Grossman over almost a decade at the Wangaratta Magpies as a running half-back flanker. Today he started the game on centre wing, and not too long after that he was moved forward, and he capped it off a magnificent game with 4 goals. He kicked 1 in the first quarter. He really turned the game around when Wodonga led. After kicking the first goal of the second term, Matty Grossman bobbed up. He kicked the next 2 goals of the game, got the margin out to 10 points. And from that point on, Dan Vaccaro, that the Wangaratta never really lost control of the game. Wodonga never stopped coming at them. They got within 7 points in that third quarter after Matty Wilson kicked a couple of quick ones. But Grossi, when you got talent like he has, you can pretty well play anywhere.
Yeah, Grossman was fantastic. He was a real traditional centre-half forward, Royce Hart sort of stuff, wasn't he, today? He was really good around that 50 metres. And I guess you could probably say that's what Wodonga was lacking today. They were lacking that Matt Grossman type. I thought Jewel competed really well for his standards.
Second half was good.
Second half he came alive. He was able to halve contests, but he doesn't have the polish of Grossman, and that was the story for today. Wodonga just didn't have the polish. They were fantastic throughout the day in terms of what they bought and the pressure they bought, but Wang are just too good and they're too professional.
It's
Going to overtime in the C grade,
Oh,
guys,
you're kidding
with
me,
my,
Panda.
my partner playing down there, so I might have to leave you soon.
It's gone into...
37-37, the siren has just gone over the netball. So
how do they operate? Is it 3 minutes each way in netball?
That's a great question. An answer I don't have for you, Robbie.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
There's Dave Gardner, one of the greats, walked past us here.
Good man.
So the Wangaratta Magpies, too good in this one by 18 points, 11-7, 73 over the Wodonga Bulldogs, 7-13, 55. Matt Grossman, our anytime fitness player of the day. And that means that Albury will play the Wang Magpies in a preliminary final. They'll meet for the second time in 3 weeks. They've enjoyed a great rivalry over the last couple of contests, haven't they? We're going to try and get the Wang Magpies song.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Lamont's in there.
Wangaratta Magpies through to a preliminary final, defeating Wodonga by 18 points today. I hope you've enjoyed the action on 2AY, 3&E and O&M Optus TV. Our post-game show for the Clubhouse Bar and Bistro on the other side of this. You boys can steer the ship. I'm going to the netball. The Magpies are through, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTafe.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.